Oh my god, dude.
I'm done. Oh, I'm sorry. I just died. I can't breathe. Dude, I swear to you, I haven't laughed that hard in like 10 years.
How's everybody doing now?
Oh,
Armageddon.
no.
Armageddon. It's gonna be rough.
Oh,
You were born in America, you're an American.
That's fact.
I guess right after high school, ended up joining the Army.
You guys seem way more chill than that intro. I'm ready to take your fucking country back. I don't even live there.
dude, we should get a boxing match going.
Smack the shit out of it.
That sounded wrong. I have to highlight that one. Oh, my Lord.
Stay the hell out of the left lane if you're not passing it.
You're so salty about this driver.
Finally, a law that I can get behind. If you're driving slow in the left lane, it's punishable by death.
You don't have to have a massive channel to make an impact, you know?
Steve, you smoke like a girl.
They're always there watching.
I do not sound like Jalen.
Do I drop the wheelchair jokes? He's like, just fuck him.
You know, that's what the whole freedom of speech is.
That's a good point. Everybody gets elected.
You don't have to agree with it, but you best defend the right to do it.
If you don't know your rights, you don't have any.
We just got a bidet.
The Constitution doesn't give you rights, you have natural rights.
Bidet will change your life.
But the Constitution protects your rights.
You'll never go back.
Little horny bastard, he ruined it for everybody.
I bet he wanted to knock him out.
It's never because of their race, identity, religion, or
Teach these government nerds that all swear an oath to it what our freedoms are, because they're so lazy they don't care.
I had a fun night. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
You know, don't live on the past or take the present for granted and only think about the future.
People are wearing blinders. They don't understand what...
I'm not going to apologize for that.
You were calling him an idiot.
I'm really disappointed in you.
It was something that you just didn't agree on.
I had all my money on you tonight.
I'm guilty of inciting my constitutional right.
You know, if they don't like it, then they don't have to be there. Love y'all. See y'all on the next one.
You know, you're never going to please everyone.
I don't think that God sees different races at all.
Much love to y'all. Stay prayed up, man. God is good. Love each other and be kind.
Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
Come again.
Out of here.
Oh, shoot. Are we live?
I don't know.
Oh, man. I wasn't ready.
I don't know. I don't want to go live because this thing with the big eyes is staring at me. I don't know what that is. It looked like a little gremlin. I don't know how he breathes through them little nostrils. He's got big old eyeballs to see everything, but if he gets upset, he can't breathe because his nose is too small.
He's
got some muscle tone though. He's got the Yoda head. If you look at it, the top of his head's Yoda for sure.
Yeah, when I typed it in for my AI whatever.
Yeah.
I put like a small creepy something else alien or something like that. And it was that one, and well, I got like 10 of them, but that one and 2 other ones that I thought were pretty cool. And then I used, oh, that's what it is. I figured out what I was doing wrong. The one I got for the background. All right, hold on. I'm going to get my full attention here in 2 seconds. There we go. Got it. Okay, full attention. You now have my attention. Yeah. Hello. But the background here, I'm going to take both of us down just for 1 second. So that one was the other
dark.
Another search I did for creepy, scary aliens. But I don't know why it switched to the thumbnail for this today because I didn't do it. It did it like at the last second too, which is weird. Oh, weird.
That's so like weird.
All right, let's see. Where'd my chat go? Where's my chat?
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna go back up top. Niels, Han Dynasty, aloha. Sorry, wanted to be the first to quote Tom Cruise. Oh, you can't handle the truth. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Nobody even knows what the truth is.
And then we got Cheryl Rich. Snooks is in the house.
Much love to Kimmy.
Kimmy. John Denicola. Aloha, brother. I just watched a video this morning with you and AFA. That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you're getting to hang out with them and go out and do that stuff. That's pretty badass. Hopkinson. Aloha and welcome.
We got the van life in the house.
Van, the man with the beautiful beard. Oh, that's weird. What did it just happen?
Call him the bearded wonder.
The bearded wonder.
I can't. I'm growing a beard, but it's like reddish brown, and it's, I don't know, man.
Better than gray.
Us Irish, German, Indian people, we have like brown hair and kind of brownish orange beards. It's like we're mutts or something. Like you get a crossbreed dog. It's like, why doesn't my beard match my hair exactly? I never like realized that till I grew a beard, and then I'm like, why are they different? Anyway, hey Sharon, good to see you.
Sharon, aloha. Steve-O. I think I saw Steve-O in here. Oh, Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper too. Aloha.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper? I was going through. Well, I ran out of space on my computer, so I had to like do a whole bunch of shit. But when I figured it all out and I was going through some of the old files, I came across that one video you sent me, and you were on the panel with me and whoever else we had on, but then you said you heard a noise or something, so you checked his cameras. Man, I would show it again, dude, but I don't know what I did, but all my stuff's in different spots now, and it's like I got to figure out how to find it easier. But anyway, I watched that again yesterday. I was like, oh, I remember this video.
What a day today was.
Oh, yep. Hold on real quick, Dave, because I'm right on Hopkinson, because I was going to say, I don't think I've seen your name in my chat before, but aloha and welcome. And yes, I am, I've been following Brian from High Impact Flicks for a long time, and Here's the Deal and The Disturbing Illusion. His new channel, which I absolutely love. Is that Ronnie York? Is Ronnie Cash? What's up, Ronnie?
Ronnie Cash. But if you need any money, Ronnie's got the cash. I'm kidding.
So yeah, Dave. So you were saying before when we were backstage, and I just cut you off and went live. No, I'm just kidding. You were saying about how you had a shitty day, and I was like, yeah, that's nice. We're going live. So
yeah, I mean, I would say it's more than crappy, honestly. It's pretty. I mean, it's like almost unbelievable, right? I work with Snooks. I talked to my brother probably about an hour and a half ago. Now you're making me worry. Is he okay? Anyway, so at work today, actually this week, I found out that one of the employees there that's been there longer than me, that's jealous of me, has been mixing chemicals. At times, like people make messes at my work, and I'll go grab a bucket, like a mop bucket or whatever, go clean it up with a mop. He's been mixing ammonia. I don't think I should say it, but anyway, chemicals you're not supposed to mix, or they create a gas that's not good that can like unalive you. He's been doing that on a consistent basis to me, and I haven't been feeling good for a few months.
I was just about to say, I remember for like a while, I was like, dude, you're like, yeah, I'm still sick. And I'm like, dude, you've been sick for like 3 weeks. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, so I don't know, nobody knows, but I've been on amoxicillin 750 4 times in the last 4 months. Yeah, Van, that's exactly right. So I was reading up on this product that I have used it for the last 2 years, on everything that I ever cleaned when I needed to. And it actually says that it's a pesticide on the bottle. It also says that you're not supposed to flush it down a drain. And this guy on the regular just throws it in the mop bucket, puts it in spray bottles. And I'm like, I finally figured it out. And I'm like, oh my God. I looked up what it was, then I looked up the symptoms of if you've been exposed to it. And I had like 9 out of the 11.
Jesus.
So yeah, like Mr. Cheddar Prepper, I had like some tingling down my arms. I had like my back of my neck was tingling. I've had it where like the bottoms of my hand were tingling, and so I went into the office for a meeting, and nobody wanted to hear it. I printed out the safety data sheets. I printed out all the stuff. I highlighted everything, and it's all a joke. Like the union is a joke where I work. It's just a joke. Like it's all bias. So if you go to the union and you need help, what they do is they sit in for you, but they also want their raises and want to look good in front of the boss. So they'll play both sides. It's like, yeah, that's basically what I was told. I said I've been feeling ill, and I don't know if it's from that or not. And then I got an explosion from a certain person that I was talking to about it. She exploded and was like, if you want to talk about that, you better go get a lawyer and come back with the lawyer and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, I didn't say I wanted a lawyer. I just said
after her saying that, I would, because so what you're saying is you told them, and that their response wasn't like, holy shit, are you okay? Like it was that. What the hell is wrong with these people?
So my whole thing is that once I know the truth, right, I cannot continue to spray that stuff in the air or use it as a cleaner. I am at that point complicit. I know. And so me as a person, I will not continue to use it or pour it down the drain or nothing. That's what I was taught to do when I started. I never knew it was bad. This was during the vid, everybody was worried about the Roan.
Right.
And yeah, but Cheddar, I could do that. But the thing is I got a family. I got to have income. I got to pay bills. And how long does, something like that take? If you were to want to sue someone, it probably could take years, and you got to prove it. And then if you got to pay the lawyer, and then if you lose, then what? You got no job.
Or even if you win, a lot of times when people sue someone and win, then it's like, good luck getting them to pay.
Well, this is a city thing, so they would pay, but
to me, oh yeah, that's true. But to me, it seems more like I don't know, attempted murder, it's like assault.
It's bad. Like you could actually call the police for that. So right. I didn't press it any further because I thought I was going to lose my job if I did. So I'm going to go to the doctors and get checked out and whatnot, and see if you have a blood test and whatnot, and see if anything shows up. And the union that I'm in, I don't even want to say this, but it's just the union I'm in is there's some LGBTQ people running it, and I'm a conservative, so you already know there's bias, and some of them are really young, you know, so they don't really want to fight for me is what I'm trying to get at, you know. So this dude's absolutely evil. I mean, he's either, like my brother told me, he's either a moron or he's malicious.
He's mental, but yeah, maliciously
But
mental.
I started working there. I outworked him. I was doing circles around him, not on purpose, just as that's the way I work. I try to get things done quickly, efficiently, and right. And people were taking notice and having me do more and more big projects. And he was starting to look bad. And I think that's when he started setting me up for failure, like sabotaging certain things. And
Well, I remember you telling me that part a couple months ago, how he was doing that. And then, but to do it, wow, dude, I don't know. That's like stuff you only see in the movies.
right,
That's
like
crazy.
and I've been feeling good for months. You know, I'd like come out from I was mopping, and I come out, my eyes are burning, my nose burning, my throat's a little raspy. I'm just like, yeah, it's just bleach or whatever. That's normal, you know what I mean? Like if I've been in a pool all day full of bleach or whatever, I expect some to smell the bleach later or whatever. But this stuff says if you get it on your skin, man, to rinse it for 20 minutes and stuff, and it's like this stuff is being used where people eat. You know, where they eat. You
So
can't
like dozens of people could be getting sick.
Well, yeah, and I think that's why the explosion happened when I brought it up. It was like, because everybody there might flip out and then want to get checked.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I mean, I just would like to keep my job and retire. I have almost 3 years of 401k saved up, but I'm not vested for 5 years. So at the 5-year point, that's when you can collect the money that they match up to 10%. So I got a chunk, you know, sitting there, and if I were to leave, I'd lose the chunk. I would get what I put in back, but whatever they matched, I wouldn't get it. So, you know, obviously when I go in and I'm start choking on something, I left the area. I didn't sit there and breathe it for an hour. I'm not stupid. But I did notice, you know, like I started holding my breath and just doing it real quick and then getting out. And I'm like, this is stupid. Something's got to be. Anyway, it just clicked this week that maybe there was something up. And I noticed that like every time he filled that bucket, it was always had a blue tinge to it. So, yeah, I was like asking God to cover me at work because I don't know what else this guy's done, you know? Like,
yeah, that's wild. It's crazy.
Like literally from day one, I never left an open cup in we share an office, you know, we have a maintenance office. It's my office at night, his in the day. But I won't leave an open cup or any food out or anything. Like I won't even use the microwave. Nothing around this guy because I don't trust him. Like he's the one who sprays the poison outside on the weeds and whatnot. He actually asked me to go pull weeds the next morning after he had sprayed them the night before. And I told him no. So there's no way I'm touching those weeds. If you want to go talk to the boss about it, feel free to, but I'm not doing it. So you can do it. I don't touch poison. I'm not an idiot. So anyway, that's what's going on.
Much love, Van Life.
Love you, man. Take care, brother. He said it sounded like a big lawsuit, but you know, I don't want to do all that crap. I'd rather just work and finish it, but it may end up being about it. It may, I don't know. Don't want to say too much on here, but don't trust people at work, I guess, is the main thing. Is like you think people are your friends, man. You just don't open yourself up too much to people and pay attention. Especially if
Yeah, are you getting a lot of these comments like file a grievance to keep it so it's in writing,
yeah.
and then we go to the doctor, have them run a toxicology. But thank you, by the way, everyone in chat. Run a toxicology test, and then tell them you want to file a grievance, keep copies and good records, document it all, time meeting, when you notified them. And then Van says, personally, I think a lawyer would fight the case for a percentage of the lawsuit. You need to start with the grievance, though.
Yeah. And then the problem is proving it.
Well, that's why the doctor first, like ASAP, to run the toxicology, because.
So it's like I'm nice, you know what I mean? I go there, I'm kind, I say hello, goodbye. This guy, when I come in and say hello to him, he won't even talk to me. He doesn't even say hello. He doesn't know who I used to be, Steve. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
I changed who I used to be. I would have, back in the day, I would have probably punched him right in his forehead, but I'm trying not to be that guy anymore. But man, sometimes it's like, and then tomorrow I got to be with this guy from 9 to 5 somehow in the same office and not bring it up or so I know automatically if I file a grievance I may get fired, you know.
Well, I don't know. Union, it's pretty hard to get fired over it. I mean, it's still documenting, but Hopinson's good thing said to go to your docs, not theirs.
Right. I never trust their doc. Their doctor said I was good on my shoulder when it was still blew out. Yeah, sample out of the bucket, you know, on film. I didn't think about that. I did videotape the bucket. I did not take a sample on videotape though. That's smart.
Oh, Mr. Cheddar Prepper, that's crazy because
that is crazy.
I was gonna say this was about 7 or 8 years ago when I was still with Evertrust, and there's this chemical we used for urinals, and you basically it's like it comes in a thick plastic bag too, and then it's a plastic bottle, and then you just dump that in the urinal, and you take like a black garbage bag and tape it over the urinal and let it sit for a half an hour, then go back. Well, my dumbass, it was at an Outback Steakhouse. My dumbass did that, and instead of leaving the bathroom, I just leaned up against the sink and was on my phone, not thinking I'm breathing in these. So then after that, it was like a 40-minute drive back to the shop. And on the way back, I'm like, oh man, what the hell's wrong? Like what? And then when I got to the shop, I started puking. And I was like, dude, I got to go home, man. I barely made it. And when I got home, I just went to bed and I basically slept for 3 days. I was sick for like 3 days. Dude, that shit was scary. But I did it to myself because I'm an idiot.
I mean, when I figured it out at first, I did have like I'm not going to say a panic attack, but I was kind of freaking out. For a good hour, I was like, wow, man. So one night I went home and my pulse was racing. There's all kind of different times I can remember, like, why is my pulse going like 110 3 hours after I sat down? So we'll see. You know, all I could do is ask God to stop any damage or whatever might have happened. Try to do it the right way. Well, I mean, if he did it on purpose, I'm gonna go all the way with it. So anyway, how's everybody else's week?
Well, here I thought I had something to bitch about, but damn.
Well, go ahead.
I don't think anything will beat that story. Holy shit.
What's up, Brad? How you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's up, brother? But no, I really didn't have anything to bitch about. Just kind of a slow week. And then I did my neighbors remodeling their bathroom. And yesterday morning, I was working on editing and videos and stuff. So I had my headphones on. So I had no idea my phone was going off. I had no idea people were knocking at the door. None of this, right? For hours. And then Nina comes home and she taps me on the shoulder and she's like, "Hey, the neighbors looking for you. They said they came over and knocked on or rang the doorbell." I'm like, "Oh shit, did they?" So anyway, I went over and did the work. I ran all the pipes for the new shower valve and the drain because they removed the bathtub and they're just going to be a walk-in shower. And so then that was that. And I'm like, "Hey, let me know when everything else is in. I'll come back and do the finish." And so this morning at first of all, I didn't go to bed at like 5 a.m. So like at 7:30 this morning, they're like trying to get a hold of me again. And I was like, I don't care what it is, dude. And then they're like, something about the drain. I couldn't understand the message he left. So I was like, man, what the hell? I'm like, did I like measure it wrong? You know, I'm thinking like I did something wrong. Like, dude, maybe it's off and they can't get the pan in because it's not lined up right. Or I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to redo all the drain now. And then because I had a stub out pipe coming up, and then they put the pan in, and when I come back for the finish, then I cut that down and actually do the drain and everything, which I told him that yesterday. But that's all it was. He just wanted to know if they could put and I'm like, yeah. So you've been waiting for hours, just like I told you all this yesterday, dude. But at least they're getting it done quick because once I can go back and do the finish, then I can get paid. So.
Did you end up getting that big job done?
No, that big job. Now all we had left, or all we still do have left, is just to put the water heater in and then tie in like hot and cold to the kitchen, which is like an hour's worth of work. But originally they said, yeah, we'll just do the laundry outside, da da da. So we already ran all that pipe, all that copper. And then he says, oh, they changed their mind. They want the laundry inside now, where we talked about maybe doing it. I'm like, yeah, we talked about maybe doing it, and you said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to put it outside, where all those pipes and laundry box and all that other shit is that we ran.
So you already sweated all the pipe to put it outside. Now they want it inside.
Yep, and the drain and the vent and everything. So now they're basically going to have two laundries because it's just, I don't know. So I told them, don't be pissed. Don't be pissed when it's time to pay and it's more than what we originally agreed on, because yeah, I'm not going to do all that extra shit for the same price.
Sounds like $3,000 more to me.
At least. I mean, well, yeah, maybe like 25.
What's up, Yankees? Good to see you, brother.
Yankees for life. What's up, brother? Aloha. Edwina. Aloha, Edwina. Good to see you. Yeah, basically change order, yep. But I mean, this guy's cool.
Yeah, I gotta make Steve do this. I've been yelling at him about that. Get it in writing.
But I've only done like two other small jobs. Like one of his rentals, I changed the disposal, and the other one, I don't know, changed a flapper, like something. But it's my doctor's secretary's husband, and he's a cool guy. But and then the third one was this. It's like this huge job, and I was like, oh shit, all right. And then when I met him out there the first time to go over everything, like anyone that would walk by be like, hey, Artie, oh wow, it's Artie. And I'm like, who is this guy? Like, he's got to be, because I've been to there. Oh, that's right. I did 3 other jobs because the last one I did was at their house. And I was like, I don't think a doctor's secretary makes enough money to own property like this, you know. Hey, Mom. Aloha.
Mama. Much
Love you,
love,
Mom. Truth with Tom. Aloha, brother. But so yeah, I kind of looked into it a little bit, and I'm not sure if it was, but I think he played for U of H, or maybe even NFL. I'm not sure, but I mean, he looks like a football player too. But and then I guess he's like a really successful realtor. So,
Mom's in the house. Much love, Mom. I love you. Just got off the phone with Mom right before I got on with you, Steve, and I'm like, I gotta go, Mom, because I promised Steve I'd be there, and I, man of my word, and blah blah blah. She's all like, get off the phone then.
well, now that Mom's here, we know for sure it's going to be a damn good show.
Yeah, Mom makes the show. Man, I wish there was a young, good-looking plumber, all that money and women.
You know, they keep saying that all this money.
But wait,
plumbers,
why would you want more women?
I don't.
I'm just saying.
Not anymore.
No offense. Saying one woman's enough for me. I don't know how guys can handle more than one.
Yeah, like especially those religions where they have like 3-4 wives. Like, dude,
that would take a very strong man.
Isn't it hard enough having one wife? I mean, it's also rewarding, but it's still work.
Well, it's compromise, right? And there's always fight, and then there's always great times. But man, tired, self-employed HVAC guy here. Tom, I need some work. Come on, my brother.
James got 7 women on his mind.
Yeah. They're all Smurfs. I used to think that, what's that Smurfette? She was pretty hot back in the day. When you're a kid, I was like, Smurfette's hot. How long did you do HVAC for, bro? Did I hit the right one? No, it's
Van Life says they're hiring high school idiots that don't know what a screwdriver is at $21.50 an hour plus benefit. Holy they don't even notice, man.
Yeah, I don't leave any food out, Cheddar. Nothing. Like, it's in my locker. I bought the best padlock they make. It's in sealed containers and sealed bags that are tied. And most time I don't even leave my food in there. I leave it in, like, out in my truck or something. And I don't trust that guy at all. I always
in the house.
I always say this, man. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's what I think, man. I mean, seriously, if someone shows you their rear end, that's what they are, usually. See, he says he can come and cool, knock things down. That's right. That's right. Smurfette was in demand. 35 years, Tom. Yeah, that's about right. So I started what, Steve, back when I was, 15 with my uncle, 15 or 14.
Yeah.
Carrying buckets of water and mixing texture because he used to spray that textured ceilings on with the glitter on it. It used to be popular back in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, I was 16 when I started working for a plumbing company, so I'm at like almost 32 years. I should be retired by now, but like I said, they say plumbers make such good money, and it's like, I must be doing something wrong. No, it's because I'm not good with money. That's why. If I have money and it's in my pocket, I have to spend it.
Well, give me your money and I'll hold it for you. And then when you need it, I won't give it to you.
Right.
Well, when you want it, I won't give it to you. But when you need it, I'll give it to you.
Well, actually, you know what? Back in 2020, like end of 2019, beginning of 20, before the whole CVID thing hit, I was doing great, man. I actually had money in the bank for the first time in my life. Like things were going great. And then that all changed. Yeah, me too, Tom. Lousy businessman. Yeah, I'm a horrible salesman. And yeah,
I'm good at sales.
I don't want to sell it. I just want to do. I was like, look, this is what you need. If it were my house, this is what I would do. I'm not trying to sell you anything. It needs to be done. You want me to do it? Let me do the work. I just want to do the work.
Well, it's official. I just opened my mail and I have the paid off title to my truck in my hand.
Nice.
That's a miracle. Seem like you pay, if you buy a new vehicle, you pay forever on it. You know, it's like years and years and years. It's like, is it ever going to end? Even after you don't even like the vehicle much anymore, you're still paying on it.
Right. Yeah, because what'd you get? Like a 5-year or a 4-year?
I got the 5 years, and then I put 10 grand down so I'd have cheaper payment.
How many miles is on it?
Well, I got 80,000, which is low. My truck's a 2012, so 80,000 is nothing. It's
No, yeah, because mine's a 2010, and when I got it, it had low mileage on it, but now it's got like 140.
It's got the Allison transmission. It's like I drove like three trucks, and I'm like, guys, man, I want a real truck. You keep bringing me out these stupid trucks. I got 10 grand. I'm willing to put down, but you got to bring something out worth buying. And then the guy was like, saw my 10 grand. I actually had 10 grand, and he brought that truck out. And I drove it. I was like, whoa! I got on it, and it went like torque. Had all the bells and whistles. The only thing is it wasn't a 4-door. It has those little hatch doors, which if I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have bought it because of those doors. I don't know if anybody's ever had a truck like that, but trying to put groceries in a truck like that, where the little door opens and the big door opens out, so you can't really get your buggy in there if you're in a parking lot.
Is that the same truck you had when I seen you when I went back in the end of 2021 or 2020?
Silver one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Silver,
okay, so I have seen it. Yeah, that was the last time I seen you. That was you came over to where I was staying at one of my dad's houses in West Dearborn, and yeah, wow, in the driveway talking till like what, 6 a.m.
Holy crap, man life.
Yeah, did you see that? $850 a month, and he put $20K down.
Wow. How much is that's like $70,000 truck or something?
Keebler, Aloha. Yeah,
Hey,
you put
Keebler.
20 grand down. What is it, like $100,000 truck?
What's the interest rate? Like 18?
Or did you do like a 2-year or a 3-year to pay it off?
That would make sense if he did that. But
oh, shout out to Heather Joy. Thank you, Heather Joy.
In the house. Yeah, where you been? We've been waiting for you and your sister to come on. Hello. Been taking care of them chickens, I bet. Well, you don't know, Heather Joy and her husband raised chickens, lots of chickens on their little farm. Happily ever after married. Yeah, we got to get her back on, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Her and her sister.
Yeah. I like her hubby, too. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, Steve Kermit.
$70K, yep. Good guess. Yeah, but 2.9% interest and it's still freaking $850. Yeah. Wow.
Gives me gassy. Yeah, speaking of gas. Wait, hold on. Speaking of gas,
I did hear one.
How many gallons does that hold, Van Life? Or actually, how much is yours, Dave? How big's your gas tank, and how much does it cost to fill it up?
I got the good trans with a smaller engine, so it's really good on gas. It's like 23-ish miles to the gallon. But I always get on it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like tear the streets up or ruin my truck, but I bolt from the red lights and leave the little Corvette sitting at the light. It's a fast truck.
Ah, shit. There goes my computer again. Everything just went black. There goes my screen, right? Did
Your
I freeze up?
computer is racist.
Telling you. Am I froze up? All right, I might have to drop down and.
You got bug eyes right now. You just frozen with bug eyes. I'm just kidding. You look like the alien when we first started.
Dang, why does it? I don't know why it does that. Only when I'm live, it does that. But what do you say about what Heather Joy says next Thursday?
Sounds good.
Sweet.
We got to have my brother on one of these times. I just got to make him have a filter. He's got to have a filter, though, on here. He's got to get. Did you see that when we signed in to StreamYard? They had a new update on their bylaws or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I seen that the other day. Yeah, something about
I didn't read it, of course, but
me neither.
I don't know what it is, but they changed more rules.
But all right, you got this. Or let me try something. I'm going to try something else. Hold on.
I got it, man.
I'm going to do this. So enter. All right, I already have it open. My camera works on here. Okay, so I'm going to drop down and come right back up.
Okay. I'll be waiting. See, I save at the pump. Van Life says he saves at the pump, full size 4x4 diesel, and I get 30 miles per gallon. That is amazing.
I missed it. Van Life says what?
He's getting 30 miles to the gallon in his diesel.
Damn, that's good.
I mean, isn't diesel a little bit more money, though, to purchase, but not much, like what, 80 cents or something? $1?
I've never even had to get diesel. Good question.
But still, you imagine filling up a tank. How far could you go at 30 miles to the gallon? I imagine it holds 20 gallons, so it's about, what, like 500, 600 miles before you have to stop to fill up.
Oh, right on, Shelly. That's good news. Alice will be okay. No chemo. Awesome.
Glad to hear it, Shelly. I said a little prayer for her.
What is Keebler? I don't know if you heard me say hi earlier, but I seen you when you first came in. But it says StreamYard is taking no responsibility for your content, and the host is now responsible from content, guests, and even chats. So protect yourself against trolls. So wait.
So if someone porn bombs you, it's your fault now, or what?
Well, I always thought it was anyway.
That's why you don't let just anybody up here, you know. It's like you got to know who they are and what they're going to do.
I got porn bombed twice, man. It's
my Lord.
Second time I was like, I can't even believe I fell for that shit. But
Van Life gets 700 miles for a tank.
Damn, I only get like 310.
Yeah, but Van Life's, he's rich, man. He lives He lives down by the river in a van. He saves all his money from work.
And he gives he's the man that gives America power. All the electricity.
Him and Chris Farley, man, they lived together for a while till Chris had to leave the earth. But I mean, you guys saw that, right? Chris Farley.
Oh yeah,
that's the best. Whenever I watch
down by the river,
whenever I watch Axe and Nacho, he's like, I think it was Billy Madison or something he plays where he asks them to guess a number from 1 to whatever, and he gets it right, and then he takes his shirt off. You know what I'm talking about? You ever see him play that? Oh my God, I can't even remember.
Well, most of the time with Axe and Nacho, I'm just listening because I'm
not Axe. He doesn't take his shirt off.
I know he plays clips from stuff, but yeah.
Farley takes his shirt off. It's like, you are a winner. Takes his shirt off. It's like, no, put it back on. P-bombs.
So it's been YouTube. Yeah, that's what I did after my second P-bomb. That's what I would always then I'd be like, first I'd be like, okay. And then I'd be like, I need to see you backstage. Like you have to show your face and move around. But even then it's still dangerous because if you don't know them, they could, you know. But plus I don't like having more than 4 people on the panel because then if it's more than 4, then people start talking over each other and it's just
I hate when I go into somewhere and there's like 10 people on the panel and 3 people in the chat. And no one in the panel is like talking to anybody in the chat. And it's like totally boring. It's like you guys should have just done that backstage, basically.
Right.
Yeah, had a little party backstage.
Yep.
Interacting with your, chat for me is the fun part. It's like the best part about doing a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, I won't name names, but I could, but I won't. But I'll go in and it'll actually be pretty decent what they're talking about, and I'm interested. And then I'll be saying stuff in chat, but nobody else will because they all figured out too. It's like, it doesn't matter what you say in chat, he's not going to read it. Or if he does, he's not going to notice it till an hour later, and then it's irrelevant. So it's like, yeah, if you don't pay attention to chat or,
Hey, Nacho. I'm not sure what that box is, but it looks nice. One little square. I've always liked that logo, though, the fork with the face on it. It's so funny.
That is a good one.
I was recently watching, by the way, Nacho's shorts, and it was one where she sneezed in her hand. This is so gross. And then she shows it to the camera, and then she like licks it. It's not really that she sneezed, but she must have put something on there, and then she went to lick it, and I'm like, oh my God, I had to look away from the screen. I still don't know what it was. I don't know that I want to know what it was.
It's a gooey substance. Only a Mr. Bill. Aloha, brother. Good to see you. How much do you pay attention to chat? Hey, now. Come on now, Neil.
Shelly, did you actually get an Accent Nacho membership? Finally? Oh my God, Axe said yes, it was. Okay, it was straight boogers. That's just, oh man.
That's funny.
Oh no. She does some crazy stuff, man. Like, that's what I've always liked about them. They're random people. Like, they just do Like someone today asked me, "Why are you acting so weird?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? That's who I am." I walked by one guy and shot him with a rubber band today.
Shot him with a rubber band.
Not hard, just like I flung a rubber band and just bounced barely off him, and he looked at me like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?" And then I laughed, and he laughed. He's like, "I do crazy stuff like that." I mean, I guess to the wrong person, you could get in trouble, but. So later on, I'm walking through work, and then I see him like he's sitting there with his hand on his chin, and then I seen him put all his fingers down except for his middle one across his nose as I was walking. So he gave me the finger basically, but incognito, so the cameras couldn't see it. I'm like, okay, bro, I see how it's gonna be. I'm gonna hit you in the head with the rubber band next time. We try to have fun at work.
It's funny when Mr. Cheddar Pepper says it's not what you're thinking. Because remember, my dad used to always think that. Be like, oh, is it burgers? No, it's not. It's not burgers. It's not.
It's nacho fries.
These are nacho shoes.
By the way, if you go to Taco Bell, get those nacho fries. Those are good.
I haven't been to Taco Bell in years. They got nacho fries?
Nacho fries, and they give you this little cup of like cheese, nacho cheese, and it's like the bomb. Woohoo!
Oh yeah, I know you've seen that one.
Woohoo! Yeah, I've been waiting.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
awesome.
I'm geeked about it. I figured it would take a while, man. I appreciate it too.
William Gramer is here. It's going to be a damn good show.
Yeah, the
Speaking
cup
of
of
damn
tea
good
is
show.
like yummy. Go ahead.
You ready to
Let's go.
I haven't seen this one yet. So, and it's from 2 days ago, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm kind of curious to what it says. Let's find out.
Writers of Idiocracy called and they want their deleted scenes script back. Things are getting crazy. I wanted to draw your attention to this tweet by the Warren Commission Test Skull. He says the latest that Seymour Hersh piece claims that Biden had a major medical event that was covered up as COVID. And then if he resisted stepping down, they were going to invoke the 25th Amendment. Now, before I go over this, it has to be acknowledged that a lot of this deception has to be compartmentalized on this grand scale. There are certain people who know this much information, certain people who know this much information. The people at the depths of it probably know a little bit more information, and then they play along, because when the dust settles at the end of the day, you have to understand that what the Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan said years ago when he was asked, hey, what should the relationship be between a Federal Reserve Chairman and a President of the United States? And basically said, it doesn't matter what all three branches of government say, as long as they don't get in the way of what we're doing, doesn't matter what the relationships are. So at the end of the day, the banksters and the corporatists are the ones who are, pulling the strings, so to speak, pulling the levers, pushing the buttons, making the thing operate. But you can see with the policies that at the end of the day, you can objectively see that no matter what president sits behind that desk at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, there's going to be a massive rise in national debt, which equals transgenerational debt slavery. Everything else is, it's the details. It's minute details, because if somebody can control your time and your labor and the time and labor of every single American and everybody who's touched by the value of the supposed reserve currency, the dollar, those are the ones that are in control, and everything else doesn't really matter. We can talk about these things. They're interesting. We can uncover deceptions, but when it's all said and done, when the music stops and there's only one chair left, the person sitting in that chair is the one whose ancestor said, give me control over a nation's money, And I care not who makes its laws. I don't care who sits in the seat. I don't care who the governors are, the senators are, the congressmen. It doesn't matter to me. What really matters is I control the time and labor of every single American and everybody who's clamoring for that dollar. So let's take a look at what Seymour Hersh says. Before we read the meat of what Warren Commission Test Skull puts in there, let me just show you. This is the Substack of Seymour Hersh. And because he didn't include it, I'm going to. This is the preface to what we're about to read over here. Seymour Hersh says, and take this with a grain of salt, guys. I don't see verification. I don't see quotes. I don't see substantiation. I see some pretty good writing. But as far as believing everybody, I'm just throwing this on the table for you to consider and maybe do some more research. There is this article by the Daily Mail, but it's the Daily Mail. It's a reporter from the Daily Mail. We're going to get back to this in a second, but Seymour Hersh says in late 1967, as the Vietnam War was raging and President LBJ was becoming increasingly unpopular, I was recruited to handle the press and write speeches for Senator Eugene McCarthy of Minnesota, the only Democrat gutsy enough to run against the Democratic president. Months later, working around the clock in a cluttered suite in a New Hampshire motel, I was curious about a courier from New York City who flew up most nights on the last Eastern Airlines flight. The courier would dash to the suite with a canvas bag attached to his wrist and turn it over to one of the campaign's richest and most enthusiastic benefactors. The guy was a multimillionaire who ran a major stock market fund but was happy to sit in the suite I was then sharing with Richard Goodwin, a real political pro unlike me, and the college brats on the campaign, and just watch and do the various errands that needed doing. And then he says, one night I asked the millionaire what was in the bag. He threw it to me with a key. I unlocked it and found myself staring at dozens of shiny packages of $100 bills. I had no idea then or now whether the funds were properly reported and did not ask. So that's how it works, I thought, and I tossed the bag back. I knew then I was not long for the world of presidential politics. It's not surprising that the long overdue unraveling of President Joe Biden's reelection campaign happened when it became impossible to keep his increasing impairment covered up. It was the big-time money backers of the Democratic Party who called off the game of see no evil, hear no evil after Biden's shocking performance in his June debate with Donald Trump. They balked at continuing to give millions of dollars to the party now that there was evidence that the president is not always there. So
Biden's not here, man. I had to put this
here, man.
I had to put this real quick because I thought it was awesome.
No, I was just gonna say, do you have a link for it, or hey, Patrick Bellamere and Asan Hook, aloha and welcome.
By the way, just a real quick note, I have boycotted the Olympics completely. I'm not watching any of it after that crap show start of the Olympics. I've never seen nothing so stupid in my life, man. That's I remember as a kid seeing the guy running with the torch down the track and then passing the lit torch to the woman, and she ran and then handed it to another guy, and then they went up and lit the big huge torch. Now that stuff was like epic, but I actually happen to have a picture of the Last Supper on my wall that my grandmother was like the only thing I took from my grandmother's house when she passed away. And that was supposed to be a representation of the Last Supper, like a mocking of it. And so I looked on TV and I looked over at the picture. I'm like, oh my God, why would they start the Olympics like that? So I'm done. I don't care anything about it. I haven't watched not one bit of it. But no, anybody wants to watch, it's up to you, but I'm not watching none of it. I could care less. Why would you start the Olympics like that?
Yeah, everything's so ass backwards now and
Like
twisted.
a lady with a beard, a guy that was like his whole body was painted blue, was laying on the table with like grapes around him in a diaper. I'm like, what is this? And then I think when they all came out, all the nations came out with the flag, the leader was riding a white horse, like a pale horse. And I think it talks about that in Revelation. Don't quote me now. I don't know everything, but I did watch something about a hooded figure on a white horse leading all the nations out with their flags in the beginning of the Olympics, as if it was like part of Revelation.
Is it this one? Because I haven't heard nothing about it until Cheddar brought it up. But
that's a guy.
Well, that's why she dropped out because she had to fight. Or this is what I'm getting out of it, because she had to fight a transgender. So he thinks he's a woman. I don't know how are they allowed to? I don't know. It's guy in blue, but he's in women's. Like how it just doesn't make sense. It's so stupid. Like no, you're not. You can say you're a woman all day, or you feel like a woman all day, but you're not. It's just facts. You're not.
Like I like Simone. I think her name is Simone Boyles, something like that. She actually broke a record or something for the most medals ever. Maybe I would have loved to watch it, but I just like how they started it is just completely evil. I'm like, why would you start? I don't even understand it. I still don't understand it. They issued like a half of an apology, and then their top sponsor, who sponsored the whole Olympics, you can imagine how much money they gave. They dropped out. They withdrew their sponsorship of the Olympics over it. And I think it was like a TV broadcasting thing. And I think when a sponsor backs out of something like that and loses all kind of money to stand up for what they believe in, that we should invest in those companies so that the rest of the world can see that all their woke garbage is not going to work, and that we're going to support the people that stand up for the things that we believe in. I mean, nobody believes in what they did at the Olympics. There may be a few, but come on. Little kids watching that are going, Daddy, why does that woman have a beard, and why is that guy blue laying on a table? And why is that guy wearing the high heels? What does that have to do with sports?
Yeah.
Are those cleats? The red spikes, the heels are the cleats? I don't even know how to explain it to a kid. That's my rant for the day, anyways.
Usually kids are smart enough to already have it figured out anyway.
It's just insane.
JM Unleashed, aloha, brother.
What's up, brother? The boxing thing.
James said, my understanding of the boxing thing is that the male is intersex. They have a high testosterone level and are essentially male. The female fighter said she's never been hit so hard. Yeah.
All right, here from what they posted on Twitter. Hirsch says, who in Washington didn't know that Biden was failing? We all did, up to a point. I had learned months earlier from a federal official that those in the front rows of university events where Biden was speaking were warned not to move if the president tripped while walking to the podium. Secret Service agents were on hand to pick him up immediately. There would be no front page photos of a college valedictorian helping the president climb to his feet. Hirsch says on Monday, July 15th, Biden took off on Air Force One on a campaign trip to Nevada, a toss-up state that Biden won in 2020 by a little more than 30,000 votes. On Tuesday, he gave the keynote address to 5,000 members of the NAACP at its annual convention. The next day, the president, apparently stricken while campaigning with a yet-to-be-revealed illness, broke from his schedule and made a police escort race to Air Force One after initially telling police they were heading to the nearest emergency room. A series of blog posts, local police reports, internet messages, And a report in the Daily Mail disclosed further details of Biden's trip to Las Vegas and his abrupt return home to Delaware. And that's where this story right here picks up. And I'm not going to read all of this. It just says Biden was deathly pale. Air Force One was flying so fast I felt sick. Less than 30 minutes ago, my colleagues in the White House press corps and I had received word just before the rest of the world that President Joe Biden had been diagnosed with the convids. Now we were joining him on a mad rush back from Las Vegas to the Biden's Rehoboth Beach getaway in Delaware. And back to Hirsch's article. I went over these reports this week with a senior official in Washington who helped me fashion an account of a White House in complete disarray, culminating in the president's withdrawal from the race. It's a story not unlike 7 Days in May, the Cold War thriller in which a colonel played by Kirk Douglas foils a coup staged by a general played by Burt Lancaster. None of what you read below comes from an official account by the White House. At that point, according to Emily Gooden, a Daily Mail reporter who was in the traveling press pool, the president was, quote, deathly pale, and Air Force One flew at maximum speed to Delaware, where the president has a weekend retreat at Rehoboth Beach. The press pool was told that Biden had COVID. Nothing more was said on Air Force One. After Biden's return to Delaware, the White House told the public that Biden had contracted a COVID infection and would be in isolation, and he never appeared with a ritualistic shame muzzle on his face. I wonder why that is. He was said to have upper respiratory symptoms, a runny nose, a cough, and was fatigued.
Hold on, I'm going to pause that for a second because thank you, Heather Joy. Just sent me Baku, Azerbaijan, July 28th, Slovakian Deputy Prime Minister Thomas Taraba declined to participate in the closing ceremony of the Olympic Games, citing his dissatisfaction with the opening ceremony. The politician told Thomas Taraba about this on his personal Facebook account. He said, I was supposed to represent Slovakia at the closing ceremony, but for the normal world, these Olympics will forever remain a symbol of abomination, which abuses the beauty of sports and turns it into progressive political theater. This is why I decided not to participate in the closing ceremony. So he's standing up or backing out.
I don't know why anybody wouldn't. It's so abnormal.
Right. Everyone should do that. Then it, you know.
Oh, they had millions of people backlash, dude. It's just a farce, man. It's like 90%, 95% of the population was not for that. The others maybe don't care, but because it wasn't a big deal to them. But like most people didn't want that. So weird, dude. Like who sat around and thought that up? Huh?
But at the same time, most people just go along with it, which is why it keeps happening. You know. I mean, everyone's guilty of it. I'm guilty of it, not for that specifically, but I mean, how many times in your life where you just like go along with it because it's just easier? But it's like, man, I should have said something or did the right thing, you know, but it's like, it's just easier to go along with it. Or
take care, Cheddar. God bless you, man.
Oh, much love, Cheddar.
Idiot just is not talking about. Let me just say this. I don't buy the official story. I don't know all of what's going on. I do know the end result and that there are controllers. Obviously, all you have to do is look at the policies. But when you have people like Pete Buttigieg and so many people on mainstream media saying, you know, the reason Joe Biden stepped down is because he is a class act. He's self-sacrificial. He sacrificed his life and his entire career for the good of the country. Listen, just a couple of days ago on The Daily Show, Pete Buttigieg says this to Jon Stewart.
I think even now we might be underselling how world historically rare it is to be literally the most powerful person
and just
in
be like,
the world.
yeah, it's fine.
Lay power aside, right? Just because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
That's all it was. That's all they're saying it is. The reason Joe Biden laid all that power aside, he's got the world at his fingertips. He's the most powerful man. He's the ruler, the leader of the free world, the commander-in-chief of the military.
Steve,
and he laid it.
Can I say right now is I think that this whole thing was a coup. I don't even know. This is just my personal opinion, but I think possibly that Biden didn't make it off that plane. And they had a stand-in. You and I have both seen like 5-6 different pictures of Joe Biden where he's got a different chin, different forehead.
Hey, Mike Herrera, aloha. But not even just making out that plan. I heard that he's been gone for years. Like,
I mean, they could have just said, "Hey, you're out," and he said no, and they said you're going to be out one way or another,
right?
Yeah. And then here comes Camilla, who's never had one real delegate vote in her life. Nobody's ever voted for her. She was appointed to that position. She's not in any way ready for this position.
Hell no.
She don't know what she's doing. You listen to her talk.
Joe. We did it, Joe. Ha 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 ha.
She laughs at nothing. I'm like, what is she laughing at?
Yeah, she just cackles at everything she says.
She was like, I have joy. Joy. Just to be makes me have joy. And if we all talk about being, then we're joyful. And then she'll just do that laugh.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, because joy will come back in the morning. And then you're like, okay, what did you just say? What are you even trying to say?
Word salad.
Anyway, she's not qualified for the position is my standpoint at all. She was a plant to help Biden get elected. She never was voted for, really. Biden was the one that ran, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the delegates, she has no delegate votes. So I don't think that she should even be able to run.
No, that's what one of the homeless guys I was talking to on Saturday, that's what he was saying. It's like, don't you have to go through the process of like, you can't just skip line and be like, okay, now I'm running for president. Like, no, you have to,
Well, they buried Biden, right? And then they handed her $80 million in campaign funds.
Right. What's up, Mamsie?
How do you hand someone $80 million like that? Why is that not illegal? Or, I mean, I'm sure that it's maybe not illegal, but it should at least be a process of something. Like, because if she was raising funds, could she have raised $80 million? I don't think so.
I don't think so at
all. But now she's got this big war chest. I know you guys all have seen her on Facebook, like all over the place in these ads, going, nobody wants Donald Trump in the White House. Put me in and I'll legalize mushrooms. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you know this, but on X, she actually had a GoFundMe page to get when Black Lives Matter and all the protesters were burning the cities down. She had a GoFundMe page to bail them out on her X platform. And she wants to be president. Imagine what's coming next if she's president.
Yeah. Seriously. Like that's scary.
Hey, Mamsie, good to see you, bud.
It's the purple pecker popper Peter.
Oh, there's going to be a debate. Look at her. She's stoned right now.
It has to be interesting and entertaining, and it needs the participation of the masses. Kamala Harris made the challenge to Donald Trump.
Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage.
And Donald Trump just now accepted.
Well, Kamala, let's go. Challenge accepted. Are you ready? Let's compare our record point by point.
All right, so this just happened in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let's just take it from the top.
This got one of the worst records in anywhere. In one of the most astoundingly phony moments in her speech last night, Kamala Harris bragged that, quote, "I will proudly put my record against Donald Trump's any day of the week. I will put it against Donald Trump."
So in this campaign, I will proudly put my record against his any day. So last week, you may have seen,
Except for you weren't president.
of the debate in September he had previously agreed to.
And he was.
So here's the thing.
Look, she's so high.
People love this. They love
I know,
getting
she's
involved
so in
in
her own world.
protagonist versus antagonist. That's what makes movies work. You don't have a good movie unless you got a bad guy or a good guy. And of course, the people on Kamala's side think that she's the good guy. The people on Trump's side think he's the good guy. And now you just go head to head. And the people who control the levers of power behind politics love this. This is what sells tickets. This is what gets tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars for political campaigns.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to watch it.
This is WWE.
I want to watch
I'm
it.
going to watch it too, just because it's entertaining. I mean,
Is this
oh,
true? Yeah. Is this true what Mike Herrera said that she bombed the debate?
I think he's might be talking about older one, because
an older one. Okay, yeah, it's
one
like
they're supposed to have supposedly. Hey, Indy, aloha. Supposedly
Thanks,
backed out or something, but I ain't hear nothing about it. But then now, I guess they're gonna do it again in like September or some shit. I'm not sure when, but I'll watch it just because it's entertaining. I mean,
I'll watch it too. I'm ready. I mean, it's like since Tyson didn't fight, I guess we're gonna have Camilla Trump.
Right.
Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say
You
about
see
me.
the person on the left back there in the green shirt, just sitting there with her mouth open, drooling a second ago, with the Kamala sign.
Some of their stuff to just be plain weird. Seem to have a lot to say
oh
about me.
yeah,
Like a robot.
He and his running
Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her. She don't care what Camilla says. She just loves Camilla. It doesn't matter what she said. And Camilla is high. She's so high.
high and in her own little fantasy world. But yeah, then this lady's just like, well, one, Kamala never says anything that makes sense anyway, or anything. And
I feel sorry for the one white guy. They put one white guy in the background.
No, that's funny. I didn't even notice that. And it's mostly women. There's like, I see 4 guys, and one of them white.
I'm down with that, Manzi. Let's do it.
Stephen Day, 2024. There you go.
Hey, I think we could do better than she could.
to say about me.
Is that true, Mike Herrera? She didn't go to the Black Convention. I know Trump showed up to that, and they try to make Trump look like a racist, like they always do.
I know. I did see one video where she went down south and was speaking, and right in the middle of speaking, she started speaking like a Southerner.
Oh, dude, there's so many clips of her doing stuff like that. She changes her accent or her,
wherever she is, she changes right into whatever they are. It's like, it's so fake.
She's like, yeah, she could be talking like, yeah, and then but I grew up in the South too. I give me some of them. It's like, what? What?
Cheddar's on fire tonight, bro. His uncle's plane was shot down and he was eaten by Kamala's.
And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird? Well, Donald,
like you?
Oh, Donald, I just took 6 hits of acid.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage, because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say,
Look at
That's
their
fake
faces.
applause,
They
I think.
love this. They enjoy
Oh no,
this.
there's I'll have to find it, but Brian did another video about this convention thing, and it was like almost like behind the scene footage of it, because there's like, it's like a high school pep rally. There was a lady out there going, all right, everyone put your hands together, clap, and like, so they get them like pumped up to do this to make it seem bigger than what it is.
But like, there's 20 people there, and it sounds like there's 100.
It's deep inside of them. That's where politics seeks to go.
Occasional
That's what
cortex.
politicians want. They want to go to the heart. They want to disrupt and arouse the emotions.
Patrick
Get
Bellemare,
vested
just
so
like
that you can
Hillary,
stop
only less
thinking, so that we
ruthless.
can shove
Yeah.
our policies down your
Yeah,
throat.
Reese,
The same
aloha.
exact policies that the other guy is going to shove down your throat. Donald Trump's going to shove red flag laws down your throat. Kamala Harris is going to shove red flag laws down your throat. Donald Trump is going to bow down to Israel. Kamala Harris is going to bow down to Israel. Donald Trump's going to increase the national debt. Kamala Harris is going to increase the national debt. And all the layers
Kamala
of
Harris did
substance
say,
that
Steve,
actually matter.
she was at a rally where there was protesters for Palestine, and she was all for them. Like her whole spiel was like, yeah, they got land taken from them, they deserve a state, and Israel needs to back off and figure this out right away. And then she'd move over to the other group and say what they wanted to hear. She's just,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
what I've been
killing me,
saying.
man.
That's what I've been saying for months about government. Period. Doesn't, like, that's why I say left, right, red, or blue. Government doesn't give a. That's what I've been saying about both sides of politics. Is that's all they do is tell people what the people want to hear.
Next, she'll be saying she's going to give everybody free money, free college. Just wait and see. Toward the end, it'll be free everything. I'm going to give you everything.
Yeah, me either, Cheryl Rich. When I hear, only thing I hear is.
Remember the teacher and Snoopy? Like,
Yeah.
wah, 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 wah.
Reparations.
I wonder if she's for reparations.
Where you are,
Probably.
we're talking about hyperinflating the money supply.
Because for a long time she was so proud to be Indian heritage, and then it was Jamaican heritage, and then now she's black. It's like, how many times can you change what you are?
I want
Destroying
reparations
the
because I'm a
product of
middle-aged
wartime
white guy
labor
with
energies. Kamala's going to do it.
no life
Trump's
saving.
going to do it, and people eat this up.
Yeah, I want reparations for all the money the government's been taking from me working my ass off my whole life,
Getting
and giving
taxed.
it away to other countries.
Yeah, all those bombs. Take all the bombs back and give us all our money back, please.
You dropped the bomb on me, baby.
It's your guy. I've consented. I've bowed down. I've supported you. I've even put money in the kitty
true,
for
Mom.
you so that your campaign can be super powered, so that we
Love
can
you,
win
Mom.
this
I can't
thing.
believe you're still
And
hanging
you're
in there.
consenting to the chains of
Best.
your own oppression.
Mom is the
Well,
best.
Kamala, let's go. Challenge accepted. Are you
Let's
ready?
get it,
Let's
Kamala.
compare our record point by point.
You know, I told her, I said, you want to debate? Let's debate. I told her I was going to do it.
This is the truest statement ever. They both laughed like witches stirring a cauldron.
Right. Yeah, I don't know who I can't stand worse, Kamala or Hillary. Like, oh, yeah, they both like just, ugh.
I hate to say that I would rather have Hillary, but Camilla does not know anything about. I don't think she knows anything about it, dude. And which leader in the world is going to sit down with Camilla and take her serious about anything?
Right. Yeah. Not start laughing in her face. But then, I mean, they're both weird. But yeah, Kamala's like in her own little world and like.
But at least they know Hillary's ruthless, and like capable of something.
But she's weird too. She does that fake accent thing too in the.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
There's this guy who's got this sign over here on the side. Lion Kamala, you're fired. They got Lion Kamala signs all over the place.
I can't believe I'm doing it. You know, the weird thing. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I was talking about Biden. I didn't even know her name. Nobody did. Kamala. Hello. Beautiful.
That's funny.
I didn't even know her name. Kamala. I heard she was a rotten border czar. That's about all I knew about her. Her only job was the border, and she never.
That says everything we need to know. She was in charge of the border.
Yep, and didn't do shit.
Nothing.
Did not do shit. Didn't even go there. Didn't even nothing.
You know, 3 weeks ago, it was all about Biden.
I just noticed this guy's shirt right here. Can you see this? It's a Donald Trump. Can you imagine wearing a shirt with the image of another man on it? I just don't understand that.
Then I kept hearing they were going to steal it from him, and I said, you know, it's hard to do because I understand when you have the delegates. He had all the he had 100% of the delegates. He had 14 million votes. I said, you can't really do it. But then they threatened him very strongly. They said, you're incompetent, and we're going to get you out. He just won, No, they happened to be right. He was incompetent, but these are minor details. No, he just won. He had all the votes. And he could have said no, but he was afraid. And he's an angry man right now. Here's the big question I have. All
right, before that big question comes up, I just thought of something because Mom's still here. She's still hanging in there. And I want, before Mom calls it a night and goes to bed, I want to give everyone a sneak peek of part of what me and Nina did this past Saturday for our follow-up video. So I'm not going to play the whole thing because I'm not even.
No, I'm kidding. Just kidding.
I'm not even going to use all of this. This is just one video from one of the 5 devices we use to record everything. And I have 17 of those videos. This is just one of them that was an hour and 20 minutes, and I broke it down to 7 minutes. And I'm not even going to use all. But anyway, I just want to give everyone a sneak peek because since Mom's still here, I want Mom to see it too.
I can't hear it very well.
No, it kicks in.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yep, I forgot.
Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't. That's what guides me to run. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst.
So that is the encampment right there. That's the front, I guess. That's the entrance. But this whole place is just like a campground that they all built their own little forts and houses, and let's just say there's a lot of pallets.
I'm inspired by thirst. I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired.
300 hot dogs. Barbecue. 300 hot
Time I'm
dogs that
fading
morning.
fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. So tell me, oh, will you believe? So tell me, oh, will you believe?
I think this is super cool, by the way.
Right, I know. I can't. Well, one, I can't wait to go do it again. But like I said, this is just one video out of 17, and I just broke just the clips that I'm possibly going to use. Because I don't know if I'm going to do an hour-long video, because I definitely have enough footage, or like a half-hour, 20-minute, half-hour one, or if I should just do multiple video, because this, I wasn't planning this being a video. I was just shortening it down to be able to find the clips easier. But then when I added the music to it, I was like, dude, this is actually pretty cool. Like, maybe I should just post this one as a video, But I don't know yet. I got like 12 hours in kind of just to this, but then there's a lot more involved. But anyway, you know what? Screw it. I shouldn't be playing this, but I'm going to play it all anyway.
I want a hot dog, man.
Should have been there that day. We had 300 of them.
Right.
But when we do it again, we're because 300, I think.
Did you give out 300 actually? 300?
By the end of the day, yes, but not at this encampment. That's the thing, because we had a whole bunch left over, and everyone there ate. Sometimes, some of even twice. But so then we stopped at other spots on the way back, where a bunch, on the beaches and stuff. But yeah, we didn't come home until we gave everything away. Except I can't lie, I kept 5 hot dogs for myself.
You pig.
So I should say 295 hot dogs, because I was selfish.
A salad in front of me. I'm on a diet, so I'm trying to go from 225 to back down to like 210.
It was fun barbecuing them too, man, because that's what we did in the morning before we even left. And well, every guy loves the barbecue, right? So, but, all right, what do we got? All right, we're halfway through. And then, there's Joanne right there, the nice little old lady. She's the one from my first video, which, by the way, thank you everyone that watched it, because I'm just shy of 18,000 views, which is awesome.
Well
she's
deserved.
Joanne here is the reason, she gave us the idea to go back and do this, and she's such a sweet, sweet lady.
So how thankful were the people, man?
Here at this encampment,
yeah,
99% of them were awesome. You always get that one jerk off, right? But then after we left here and on the way back, and we're going to other homeless spots, well, I'll tell you that story in a minute. Watch the rest of this, but remind me to tell you the story about the boyfriend girlfriend that were not grateful.
What's up, brother?
Caucasian Sasquatch. Aloha, brother. I'm giving a sneak peek of part of my next video.
So
Should have gave the dog a hot dog. He needed a hot.
Oh, we did. We did hot dogs. Not here, but
I love how they're so community orientated, you know?
What's that?
I love how they're community orientated. Like they're all a community of people. It seems like they're helping each other. Like the napkin flew away, the guy ran for it to put it in the trash. It's like,
yeah, and they have rules too. It's not like just any homeless person can just go in there and move in. You know, it's like they have rules, and everyone has to put in there. But this lady right here, I can't remember her name. I'll have to ask Nina. But I don't know if you can see my cursor. But this lady right here, man, shout out to her because, you know, I was helping too. But then I have 5 recording devices I was doing, and then I helped Joanne back to her place and helped her push her stroller with the water. And so I felt bad that, you know, Nina's stuck there doing all this with the hot dogs. But then this lady was like, she was there like for 90% of the time helping. That was awesome.
she's so cute, man. How old was she again? I forgot.
I forgot too. It was up, Ken.
She got to be at least 65, 70.
Every move is on the page.
Yeah, I think she's in her 70s.
Had to fight and misbehave. Had to find a way to change. Had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream. I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place. See, cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong? What fame brings, but success is a finicky thing. And if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself
Nina looks super happy.
Oh yeah, she was. I was too, man. Even on the way home, we were already like planning our next time we're gonna do it. We're like, all right, 300 hot dogs was way too many, but now we know. But you know, we're like already excited because I mean, dude, it's a great feeling, man. And like I said, 99% of all of them are great people, you know.
Hey, Scat.
Get back, Harloha.
Where'd X and Nacho go? They still here?
I'm not sure, but this guy right here that she's helping, he's blind.
Which one?
This guy that I don't know if you can see my cursor on that, but yeah, he's blind. But once he gets because normally, you know, people don't have a table set up right here in their car parked right in the front. So, but once he gets over here where the car table wasn't there, then even though he's blind, he knows that place. You know, he doesn't need help. He just needed help, but like you said, like a community. You know, he's like, oh, there's a table here. It's not usually here. Can you help me around it? And I mean, they're all there for each other. There you go, Nacho, present and accounted for.
Yes, yes.
What about Aaron?
Hey, Ron, where you at?
I will run away. I don't have to plan it. I can go change my fate. You won't understand it. All alone, that's okay. People I can't stand them. They don't want me to change. Keep me where I'm standing. And I don't want to be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance. My last dance. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Mister, I'm not going to play the whole video.
I know. It's only one out of 17 that I have, and I haven't even gone through the other ones yet. So, but actually, I like because there's two, but the next the next 30 seconds is one of the stops that we made on with all the leftovers. But I didn't even go through that whole video. I just took it for the rest of the song, so there'd be video playing. But so this is the next stop. And then that's the thing. Like on the way back, there's like this is all homeless. Every tent you see there are homeless, and there's a bunch of spots. There was a lot of spots on the way back like this. So, but we stopped at quite a few because, like I said, we weren't going home until we handed everything out. So,
have a good one, Shannon. Thanks for hanging out, bro.
Yep, much love and aloha. God bless, brother.
Thanks for that good advice, too, on the union. Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Red Pill, I don't know if you heard me. The video's playing, but that's aloha, Ken.
All right, let's play a game. 300 hot dogs. How many feet of hot dog did you give away that day?
Yeah. I don't know how long a hot dog is.
Anybody know how long a hot dog is? It's about
if the hot dog is 6 inches, then it's 150 feet. I don't know. Something like that. Don't be talking about math and stuff, man. I don't know math.
That's a lot of hot dog.
150. Yeah, see, Mamsie said the same thing. 150.
The buns probably cost more than the hot dogs.
No. Oh, you want to hear, dude? I'm glad you just said that. You want to hear something crazy?
Of course.
So, you know that Walmart and Sam's Club, same company, right? Same, whatever. So we went to Sam's Club to get all this stuff. And shout out to the church too, that which I can never remember the name of my own church. Darn it. But anyway, for the donations for us to be able to do that. But we went to Sam's Club, and shout out to Nina too for figuring everything out with the amount of money we had. And I mean, we had to put some in too, which is fine because we love doing it. But so we do all that. We get the hot dogs. We had it perfect because you know how usually you either have more hot dogs or more buns. But the amount of packages we bought at each, it was perfect. And so then the next day, Nina had to go to Walmart to pick up a couple things. And she looked at Walmart, and I think I'm just going to make up a number because I'm not sure exactly how much it was, but let's say we paid like $80 for the hot dogs at Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Same hot dogs, same amount of hot dogs in each packet, same brand, same everything. At Walmart, it would have only been 40.
Wow.
It's like, wait a minute, but Sam's Club, you're supposed to get a better deal because you're buying in quantity. But we could have got it for half the price if we would have got it from Walmart, which does not make any sense. And it's the same company, same owner. So,
well, Mamsie said that they're all butts and lips. Hot dogs are made of butts and lips. So maybe the ones at Walmart have a lot more butts than lips. That's possible.
Dude, if you ever watch that documentary on hot dogs, and you probably never want to eat a hot dog again. It's pretty disgusting.
That's true. That's true what Mamsie said. If you tell them it's for charity, they might. So I know like the church that I used to go to, they go to Kroger's and they give them like 30% off, or they match whatever people give. And Yeah, they run a food pantry once a month and give out food. But like, if they raise $5,000, Kroger matches $5,000.
Oh, no kidding.
Oops, my bad.
Oh, no, I was saying aloha and Tara Moody. Good to see you.
I thought I kept
But
that other one open.
that's just weird, man, because they don't even have Kroger's here. But
honey garlic sausage. Honey garlic sausage. Like Polish sausage? I don't know about the honey. I'm down with the garlic. I don't know. What do you think, Steve?
I really don't eat hot dogs.
You just give them to people. You don't eat them.
No, I used to, but I watched that documentary. I mean, I did the other day. I ate 2 out of the 5 so far, but I watched that documentary. It's hard to eat something when you like watch something like that. It's like, ugh.
I watched some movie with my wife about the cow, like McDonald's industry and the cows and all that, and then my wife stopped eating beef after that documentary. I wanted to punch myself in the face because now she'll never eat another burger in her life. So
Right. You can't.
We're all
necessarily
chicken
just stop eating meat, but just yeah. But I kind of get where she's coming from.
Yeah, I like if it's from a small farm or someone that's all grain. You know what I mean? You know where it's coming from, like up north. I'm all down for it. But like Kroger brand meat, I won't even eat that stuff.
Right. Yeah, they say hot dogs are considered a sausage, but would then bologna be sausage?
I don't know, but I saw on the news you're supposed to be heating up your bologna to 165 degrees for some big recall for deli meat. I don't know if you guys heard about that. It was
I haven't.
Oh, it was huge. It was like, I think it was like 15 states or something. Tons and tons of lunch meat could have listeria in it. And like, I think 11 people died unalived from eating meat. And they were telling people to like heat the bologna up. I'm like, you're going to put your bologna in the microwave or something?
Yeah, what the?
And heat it up to 165? It's like, no, I think I'll throw that out.
Yeah, we gave away all kinds of hot dogs. All kinds.
All kinds of hot dogs.
Hot dogs and Bologna. It's pretty much the same thing, is it not? I think so. Price comparison is vital now. I bought headphones for $80 at Walmart. Same headphones at Best Buy, 120. Yep.
I'm taking a potty break, bro. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hey, you can tell I've been with kids all day. Potty break.
You go now. Don't forget to turn your mic off so you're not hot mic when you're peeing.
I'm going to turn it up.
Dude, Mamsie, I love fried bologna, man, from since I can remember. I mean, even when I was kind of living on the streets as a teenager. Oh, fried bologna, man. Love it. 4 little slits in the ends so it doesn't bubble up. It stays flat, and then just put some mustard on it. Oh, I want that now.
Here in Detroit, everyone was loving Spam back in the day, and I hated it, but everyone else loved it.
I've never liked Spam, and it's still like they have a parade every year out here, a Spam parade.
I forgot that's really popular. Spam's popular.
Very popular. I don't get it. I don't see why. I don't know. But
I was talking to somebody from Australia. I think it was last week on one of the podcasts. And I was like talking about Lucky Charms and Cheerios and stuff. And Oreos. They didn't even know what they were.
Really? They don't have that in Australia?
No, I'm like, you never heard of Lucky Charms or Oreos? And they're like, no, what is that? So I had to describe it to them, and they couldn't understand what an Oreo was. I'm just like, it's a black.
The Lucky Charms I could kind of see as like a cereal, but the Oreos, man, I thought that was worldwide. Everybody knew Oreo.
But Cheerio seems like that would be in Australia. Cheerio, mate, or whatever. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then, of course,
there's only got 3 minutes left, and then see what he's got to say.
Okay. I thought he was done. Speak to me.
It's a threat to our democracy.
Democracy a threat is. Is it working?
What?
I thought you were going to play the rest of the video.
It is playing. You can't hear it?
Nope. I don't see it or hear it.
Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Why isn't it on the... My bad. The hell? Man, don't make me have to drop down and come back up again. What?
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Keep talking. I got to figure this out. Yeah.
I'm so confused at what just happened.
Let that one.
I'm sitting here playing it. Like I thought, and then I look over. I'm like, oh, it's not even on there. Where'd it go? Give me a second. I'm like, why does he keep talking over it?
I know you're going to get it soon. I'm just going to keep giving you a little bit of encouragement.
You can do it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I see. Okay. All right. Get back on track. Get off of my back.
That's what gets them views. Donald Trump has been very good for CNN. He's been very good for MSLSD, MSDNC, ABC, always broadcasting crap. NBC, nothing but crap. He's been very good for leftist media, just like he's been very good for rightist media, because you got to have something to talk about. You have to have an animated action figure out there in the front, offering entertainment, sprinkling the bread and populating the circuses under the big top, or it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Trump makes this whole thing work. They love mainstream media as much as they say they hate him. They love to hate him because it generates massive amounts of revenue.
So you don't mind if I go off teleprompter all the time? It's such a shame. I have these great speechwriters. They really are. Ross and Vince, they're great.
You see the Amish two guys in the background?
And I speak about
dude, that's
this, but-
crazy that you just said that, because I was just like, there's three. Well, they got their kid, but I was just like, these dudes Amish?
Straight up.
And then right when I was looking at that and thinking it, you said that. That's weird. I wonder if they got there on horse and buggy.
I could read the most gorgeous speech, but you may be bored to tears. No, they're beautiful. The words are beautiful. Everything's great. The sun will rise. The moon will set. The oceans will glisten. I say, that's beautiful, but I'm not sure that Harrisburg wants to hear that stuff. What do you think, Congressman? What do you think? Doctor, I don't think so. No, they are great, but I tend to go off about 75% of the time. But you know, the hard part is that 3-4 weeks ago, I was talking about Biden. He's incompetent. He's a horrible president. He's the worst president in the history of the country. Now I say she's the worst vice president, which is true. She's considered the worst. She's the most unpopular vice president in the history of the country. She did a transformation. You know, the press is very corrupt. You know that. They gave her a transformation.
That is true. They are fake news. The press is very corrupt. We've called them prostitutes for years, even before Donald Trump arrived on the scene. It's just
you said
true.
prostitutes?
Like who did?
Yeah, prostitutes. I never heard that one before.
No, me neither.
This is funny.
That was a Houdini, that was a magic trick. But don't worry, she's going to fall, because it's not about him or her. It's about the policies. They're the same and they're horrible, right? But they gave her, so You know, it's sort of like, I don't know if anybody watch UFC as an example. Do you watch it, right?
All right, he's just going to go off on a tangent, but she laid down the gauntlet and he picked up the gauntlet.
Well, Kamala, let's go. Challenge accepted. Are you ready?
And that is the news for the day. Kamala Harris said, "You won't debate me. I dare you to debate me. Come on, let's get on a debate stage." Donald Trump says, "Okay, let's do it." So
his ego will never let him not do it.
He's like, okay, Kamala, let's go. Let's do it, Kamala.
Let's go. I'll bring the boxing gloves. It's legal now. I'm transitioning into a woman. Right? We can do it in the Olympics. Come on.
Right. Yes. Dude, that's funny. I was just reading Mamsie's comment because that's so. Because in Detroit, well, before 9/11, but you could just go over the border with your driver's license, and every time we would, I'd be like, "With they don't use the metric system, so I was like, oh, this isn't gallons, this is liters. Everything's different."
That is true. I always see Canadian Tire commercials.
Yeah, that's the other thing about like southwestern Detroit or Michigan is because you get a lot of Canadian advertising. But now, don't you have to have a passport now to go across the border?
She said, Shelley says Australia cigs are $30 to $50 a pack.
Hot damn.
They use the dollar in Australia, I'm assuming, right?
I have no idea. Let me see.
I have to ask Kamala when I see her.
I got a question for chat. Since Shelly said that about Australia, how much do you think a pack of cigarettes are in Hawaii?
I'm guessing 12.
I mean, just like stopping at a gas station or a party store or whatever. Would you say, Dave, 12?
I'm gonna guess 12. Yep.
All right, and wait a little bit, see what chat says. My career is at 30. No, not that high.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Australia.
Yeah, I don't mind going to Australia. Whoa, Steven Skibba, aloha, but $15 a pack in Minneapolis? Seriously?
Jeez.
Damn. Let's see. So you got 30, and then Mike says 20, and then Steven Skibba says they're 15 a pack in Minneapolis. Holy shit. I would not think that in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
They don't grow any tobacco in Hawaii. I'm assuming that everything's shipped in, right? Cigarettes and all that stuff.
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, I suppose they could grow tobacco there, but I don't think they do.
No, I don't. Not on this island, anyway. That I know. I'm like $1 million, but no, they're the same as Minneapolis. I mean, that's at like a gas station or whatever. If you go 7-Eleven or if you're in, but I get them at Sam's Club. I buy by the carton, so I pay between 10 and 11 a pack. But when I just stop at a gas station or 7-Eleven or a party store just to grab a pack if I'm out, it's like anywhere from 14 to 16 bucks.
Bro, I'd be saving if I would hit my cigarette a couple times, put it out and save it. That's a lot, dude. 15 bucks? That's like what? 70 cents a cigarette?
And to think that, well, I don't pay that. That's just what it is at the average. But still, I'm still paying about $11 a pack. And that's when I said, well, first when I said, oh, if they ever hit, when I first started smoking, it was $1.25. And I said, if it ever hits like $4, okay. And then it hit $4. Well, if it ever hits $5, that's way too much. I'm definitely quitting.
Do you remember in Dearborn when we could buy a gallon of gas for $1 and a pack of cigarettes for 95 cents?
Yep. I remember on, like, when I was 16, 17, or we were 16, 17, and I'd remember that red Escort?
Yeah.
That my parents had, and like every other weekend I'd be allowed to use it for the night. I'd have $10. I'd fill up the gas tank. Or no, I'd have $20. I'd fill up the gas tank, get a pack of smokes, and we buy like 3 or 4 40s and still have change. So $20 and then have it change at the end of the night to go and have fun on
That is true what Axe said about the machines. Like, nobody cared how old you were there. You could put the money in and just yank the thing and the cigarette drop. Yep.
Yes. Remember we used to go to Canfield?
Oh yeah.
The ice rink, and they had the cigarette machine in there, just 5 quarters. You just walk in, pop your quarters in, pull the thing. Boom.
I remember Mr. King, that party store owner that would sell anybody anything, no matter
King's
your
Party.
age. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that place. King's Party Store.
He didn't care how old you were. If you could walk in the door, you could buy beer.
Right.
I don't know what happened to him. I heard he passed, but I think he got raided at one time.
See, I remember King's Party Store, but because there's so many party stores up and down Ford Road, I can't remember which one it was.
They're all gone now.
Really? They're all gone?
We had Spirits Plus.
I remember that one, Spirits.
We had the one on Wayne Road, which was a drive-in. I don't know if you remember that. You drove your car in to the party store. Yep. It was kind of weird.
Isn't that? I think that was still there last time I was in Michigan, I think.
I haven't been down that way in a minute, so I'm not sure. But
that was also almost 5 years ago.
But DIB is still doing good, the pizza place.
Oh, Dearborn Italian Bakery. Dude, I remember when I was still in high school, for the little amount of time I went, at lunchtime, me and Gary, I'm not gonna say last name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
With the C, Gary C.
Yep.
We used to take off for lunch in his Mustang, go to Dearborn Italian Bakery, and then one of the last times before I dropped out, when we got back, what was that dude's name? He was like the truancy officer or whatever. That one guy that tall dude. He was.
I thought you were talking about the short, dark skin, always perfect tan.
No, this is like a tall, like lengthy guy but he was like the truancy officer. He always hung around outside in the parking lot around lunchtime to make sure people didn't leave because you weren't supposed to. But one of the last times me and Gary did that, and we got back, and I can't remember his name, but he was out there, and that's pretty much when I quit. I was like, I don't even go to class anyway, man, and I just left.
That guy was a joke, because he'd be out there on lunchtime, but after school, when I was about to fight 2 or 3 people, that dude was never out there for some reason. Always getting in fist fights out there. I don't know if you remember him, but you fight, everybody stand in a circle, you fight, and at the end, you shake the dude's hand.
Yep.
You might even fight the next day, but you'd still shake the hand. Not anymore.
One time, I'll just say his first name, Tom, the guy from Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
He basically jumped me and beat the crap out of me right in front of Mandy, my girlfriend at the time. And for something that never even, I was like, I don't even know what was going on. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. He beat the crap out of me because he thought I hit on his girlfriend or something. I'm like, I don't even know who your girlfriend is, dude.
Not like you would ever do anything like that. Hey,
All right,
Mom.
Mom.
Yeah, much love, Mom. I love you.
Love you, Mom.
Say your prayers.
Always makes my day when you're here in chat when we're on.
Say your prayers.
But yeah, it's not like I wouldn't do anything like that. But just because that was my reputation, it still wasn't true what he said or thought I did. So I got my ass beat for no reason.
Sounds like the world we live in, right? People get mad
Yep.
and do stuff over things they don't even know are true.
Hey, Lisa Anderson, aloha. And Tia Nanos, aloha. Oh, right now, 44
Indy,
likes.
Indy already got T. She got double loved. That
What's
was
that?
fast, Indy. That was a great job. Oh, she had the link for Nana.
Oh.
For
hey, NY Dubs. Aloha, NY Dubs.
Yeah.
Oh, NY Dubs just got home from Jason Aldean concert in Buffalo. Right on.
Hey.
That had to have been good. I haven't been to a concert in so long.
So apparently, tomorrow is Saturday, correct? No, tomorrow's Friday.
For me, tomorrow's Friday.
So Saturday, I don't have the link with me. I don't know if maybe Indy has it, but Country Fest is going on with Southern Zone and G-May. And I'm going to be modding, I guess, from 9 to 12.
Country Fest.
Yeah, if you guys like music, there's going to be like 30 artists.
Dang, that's 3 p.m. for me.
Starts at 6 Eastern time. I think it's going to run like till midnight or something.
It starts at 6 Eastern?
Yeah.
Then that's 1 o'clock. Or wait, 12 o'clock for me. That's
Some really
noon.
good people, though. If you guys, anytime you drop by, I know Axe and Nacho are going to be on at 11:11, which I don't know what that is in Pacific. I think it's 2 o'clock in the morning for us, 2 a.m. But Axe and Nacho will be performing for I think 10 or 15 minutes. Bunch of great artists. Dom Father, I think's in it.
Dom Father, man, he's a great musician, great guy.
Really good. Yeah, I'm Chris Lane, I believe.
Chris Lane, another really good guy. I've had both of them on for Where It Begins, and yeah, they're both great people.
You know Southern Zone, right, Wendy? She's co-hosting it.
Oh yeah, yep.
She's good peeps.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Shelly, it is 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
But catch you some.
Wait. Is it? No, if it was 3 p.m. Eastern, then that would be 9 a.m. for me. All right. We got to figure out what time it is.
I don't know, but I have a dilemma because Saturday night is Blues, Brews, and Barbecues over by me.
Oh, wait. I thought it was Friday night for the Country Fest.
No. That's on YouTube. I'm talking about in real life. The fireworks and all that stuff are this weekend. But they have they have 10 different people come and barbecue, open pit barbecue. And you can sample all their stuff, and then they got music all day, and then there's fireworks at night. So that's Saturday as well. So I made another commitment like a dummy. There it goes. X says they do a 20-minute set. I believe it's going to be at 2 a.m. for all you late nighters. It's me. I'm a late nighter. Oh, shit.
I think we just hit it. Yeah, we just hit it at the same time.
My bad, brother. You know I got ADHD, right?
We both do.
I know.
But here, this is a short one. I just want to see, because I'm still thinking about this whole Olympic thing. This has got me.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Is this the apology? Oh no. That's clearly a dude. Come on, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that. Oh, did I go too far?
I can't believe they let this happen in the Olympics, man.
Dude, that's yeah.
It's clearly a dude.
Right, I know. It's like you can't even.
How do you put a guy up against a girl in the Olympics?
Wait, debate mainly due to Caleb's previous record of failing a gender eligibility test.
Just think of how much training she put in and how many years.
Right. Her whole life.
Yeah, just to get to that moment, only to be fought by a guy.
It's just is wrong on so many levels. So many.
Thank you, JM. You rock.
Oh shit! I didn't get to read that. Could any picture sum up our new men's rights movement better? The smirk of a male who knows he's protected by misogynist. I can barely see that. Sporting establishment enjoying the distress of a woman he's just punched in the head and whose life's ambition he's just shattered. Wow.
And I'll guarantee you that when he's in the men's division, that he gets his face beat in.
Yep. You notice that's like how it works. Like, what was that one swimmer dude that he was like 110th in the men's, and then he decided he was a woman, and then he was like first or second place. It's like, yeah, men and women are built different, so of course you're going to do better in the women's.
He's like 6'4".
Right. It's just.
Don't you think that's at this point, isn't it? Hasn't it become a mental illness?
I've always thought that's what it was.
I mean, when
J.K. Rowling says a young female boxer has just had everything she's worked and trained for snatched away because you allowed a male to get in the ring with her. You're a disgrace. Your safeguarding is a joke. And Paris 24 will be forever tarnished by the brutal injustice done to Karini.
Agreed. Good night, Karen. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, much love and aloha, Karen. It's good to see you. Leah Thomas, that's what it was, Wayne Grammer. Yeah, Leah Thomas.
It's because the 3% at the top have all the money that are controlling all these narratives. Because most people know that's wrong. But most people don't get to speak on the media because the media is controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thinks that's normal to let a guy beat up on a girl in the Olympics.
It's not. I hope nobody thinks it is. I mean, unless they're mentally ill too.
I guess it sounds judgmental, but man, I mean.
JD Vance says, this is where Kamala Harris's ideas about gender lead to a grown man pummeling a woman in a boxing match. This is disgusting, and all of our leaders should condemn it.
It's going to take America to stand up and get fed up with it and stand up and do something about it. Because as long as we sit here quiet, they're just going to keep pushing this on our kids. Imagine what our kids are thinking. They're thinking, oh, you can't say anything bad about the guy. This is normal. It's like, no, it's not normal, but they're trying to make our kids think it's normal.
Right. And even when most of America is fed up with it, and then something else happens, a distraction, more smoke and mirrors, and then they forget about that, and then they're focused on the new thing they're doing, and then that's already made normal because you forgot about it because of the new distraction they put out, and it's just like,
right, jam, perfect, dude. It's completely disrespectful to biological women.
Yep.
Exactly. If you have to have parts removed and take medication to stop estrogen or testosterone, you're making yourself like another race, but not race, sex. Well, you are never going to be that sex. I'm sorry.
right. And men and women were made different. I mean, for a reason, you know? It's
And
not being
women,
sexist or anything like that. It's just men and women are built different for a reason.
and women have advantages over men. Many advantages over men. Like my wife, when I met my wife, I was a crazy wild dude. You know what I was. My wife somehow took this big, burly, wild, out of control dude and tamed him. You know, and when my kids came along, they helped me to learn how to become a man and a father. You know what I'm saying? That's women. We need them. Love you, Mom.
I love you, Mom.
Don't cry. No crying.
No woman, no cry.
Go in the fridge and get one of those big Haagen-Dazs chocolate ice creams.
Oh, I don't even like sweets, man, but I love Haagen-Dazs.
Those are good.
Mamsie. Baby ain't gonna squeeze out of the baby. Speaking of not shiwi, but potty squatty. Weren't we talking about those a little while back?
I had not heard of that one.
Potty squatty is sir when you're going sitting on a toilet, going, you know, the
Yeah.
deuce, and it raises your feet up because then the way your body is, it's better for your internal stuff for it to pass through better and easier. Now I got to pull something up on it.
It's gonna be X-rated if you do.
No, it's not. No, I'm being serious about because I ordered one. I just got it yesterday.
All right, you're gonna have to show us how to use it. Make a video.
I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on it.
Come on,
here you
man.
go. This should be a good one. How it hold on, let me see. Squatty potty, toilet stool, how toilet posture affects your health. Hold on, let's see. All right, this is only 3 minutes. Probably don't even have to watch the whole thing, but this will explain it better than I can. Yeah, maybe this is a good one.
I can't believe we're watching this. Oh my god!
It's true though. It's good for you. Colitis, hemorrhoids,
Are you talking
constipation.
about the thing with the stirrups? Where you got to
Stirrups,
put your
what the
knees
hell?
up to your chest while you're going to the bathroom?
Well, not up to your chest, but
I can't see myself being able to pull my legs up like that and like hooking into the stirrups.
I don't know. Stirrups. What are you talking about? Stirrups, man. What kind of
Oh.
See, that's a potty squatty. There ain't no stirrups.
Hey, Blue Unicorn, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Blue? But see, this is without the potty. This is your internal.
Oh, it's just a
So
stool?
then when you use the potty squatty, now your internal is so it can flow better. Convenient, sturdy structure is engineered to mirror the angle and efficiency of natural squatting while allowing for the luxury and comfort of your own toilet.
Nacho cracks me up, dude.
Stool is a double man.
So basically, what happens if, well, that's going to get gross. I'm just going to just, if it gets explosive, don't do it.
I just wanted to bring it up because I've heard about it for a while, and then I was like, screw it. It was cheap. I think it was $10, and they delivered it to my door. Amazon.
Hey, if it works, man, let me know if it works, and I still won't buy it. I won't buy it because I won't feel like a man when I'm on the toilet. But if it actually helped you, then it would be cool.
It does. I just got it day and a half ago, and it does.
So you have a bidet and
damn straight
and a stirrups.
No, I don't know where you get stirrups, man. That's creeping me out. I don't know what you've been looking at.
I keep thinking of the gynecology table.
I mean, me too. When you say that, I'm like, I ain't using those stirrups for anything, man.
That's what I thought when you said it. I thought you had to put your legs like up into those little pedal holders or whatever.
I would never do something like that. Basically, you're just raising from your feet being on the ground. They're like a foot higher. That's it.
Oh, dude, look at what JM says.
Immigrants pooping on our beaches, no potty required, just a four-side tent. You dig a hole and use the tent as a porta potty.
That's the quickest way to get a beach shut down for E. coli, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know exactly what James talking about because they do that here too. Remember we were watching a video earlier, and at the end I was like all those tents are homeless, and that's all up and down the beaches on the west side, and that's if they're not close to a bathroom, which they have where they take showers and stuff. They're like, I'm not walking half a mile. And that's what they do. What's up, Tyne Duff? Aloha. And 710.
I can't believe anybody would dig a hole in the beach, though, and go to the bathroom. Why not walk off into the woods or away from the water?
Well, there is no woods. Well, not here anyway. I don't know. But yeah, here it's beach and then sidewalk and then the road.
So they don't have like porta potties or anything like that?
No, well, they do have the public restrooms. I don't know how far apart they are, but like I said, if they're not like real close to it, if they're more than a block away, they're just like, I don't know, walk all the way over there. I can just do it right here.
See, I'm with Nacho. Who wants to walk?
Right. You know? I mean, we went when Nick was here and I went out with Nick that one day. The one that we stopped at, it was like, oh, my nose burned. It smelled so bad. And we were outside at the beach and it burned my nose.
Just put up your four-walled tent and get in your strap-on into your stirrups and let it go. So gross.
Man, now every time I use that potty squad, I'm going to be thinking about stirrups. What the hell are you talking about, stirrups?
If I was with my family and someone pooped on the beach, I would have to fight myself not to go slap the guy. If you pooped on the beach near the water where my kids are playing, I would be tripping out. We're not animals. That's just my opinion. If you guys do that, I'm sorry. But
I hope nobody's pooping on the beach. What the hell?
Lord, bring a bucket. Something, man.
Yeah, I don't get that. They think that just digging a hole and burying it is gonna hey, John Eagle, aloha, brother. Good to see you.
If you can't hold it, wear a depend.
Steven Skibba. Just let it roll down the left hand and keep it moving. Oh, that's hilarious.
Just bring it onto the beach. Exactly, Cheryl. We clean up after the animals, right?
not always that either. And I'm talking about my own neighborhood, man. It's like I'll be taking Pablo for a walk and step in dog shit.
That's right, Mom. No
Be
crying.
like really, you can't even pick up your own dogs. Because when I take Pablo for a walk, it's dark out. It's night, so I don't see it. People will take their dogs out and not pick up their shit.
I think that's
And
just
then I
rude.
step in. Oh, it is inconsiderate as hell. Inconsiderate.
Remember the movie The Burbs,
Oh yeah.
where the little dog would come over and crap on his lawn? Was that Tom Hanks's lawn, I think? Or was the crazy guy, with the gun,
Yeah, I
G-U-N?
think it was. I'm not sure, but I remember I haven't seen the movie in decades.
Like,
But
I'm going to make your dog disappear if he comes and craps on my lawn again. That was kind of a great movie. I don't know if you remember it really good, but The Burbs, that was a funny movie.
see, that's a good point, Jam. Because yeah, you take your kids to the beach and they're building sandcastles, and then they end up digging up human waste.
And you got to be like, that's man bear poop, kids.
Oh wait, he's saying in their children's diapers they bury the diapers and. Oh,
What?
oh, that's nasty.
Where's that at? San Francisco or something?
You know what, dude, Nacho? That's so funny because I thought of this a couple years ago, and I told a few people, but no one thought it was funny. I still think it's hilarious, but you ever think like when you take your dog for a walk, and then you take them for a walk, and then they take a dump, and then you pick it up, and you're like, "Good boy, good girl, whatever," and then you pick it up, and then you come back home. If your dog's sitting there going, "So you yell at me if I poop in the house, but you take me for a walk and reward me for doing it, but then you bring the poop back to the house."
Right, and the dog's probably mad because he was going to eat it later.
Right. But then the dog's probably like, I could have just did this at home. If you're going to bring it back to the house anyway, what's the point of going far away from the house for me to do it? You're just bringing it back anyway.
You're just marking your territory, boy. Don't worry about it.
Really, JM? Some beta dogs will eat alpha dogs' poop. They may very well consider it to be a beta thing. Dogs must think their crap is currency.
True that. Those big
Dude, you know
boy
what I've been
dogs.
doing when I take Pablo for a walk? I just started doing this a few days ago because normally I got to move my van from the garage side and park it on the street because Nina gets the driveway and can't park overnight in the guest parking. And normally I'll do that and then come get Pablo and take him for his walk. But then Sunday night, I was like, I'll just bring him with me to move the van. And then after I park, then we'll just, walk him then. So he is on my lap and I had him on his leash, holding the leash and it's like sticking out the window. And dude, it was so funny. I should have recorded. He's just like, he was like so excited for that air. So I kind of kept driving around in circles. And then every time I hit a stop sign and stop, he'd be like looking at me like, go, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? And then as soon as I started going, he starts doing this, like, gets all excited. So now every night this week, when I take him for his walk, when I move my van, I drive him around the block like 2 times before I park the van, then walk him. Yeah, my dog is spoiled.
Does your dog do that thing when they're done going to the bathroom, like with their back legs, or just dig some of the grass and dirt up?
Pablo does it multiple times. Even if he doesn't go to the bathroom, he'll just like stop and start kicking the grass up everywhere. And
I always wondered why they did that. I'm not sure really why they do that.
Yeah, why do they do that, JM? I know JM would probably.
Steve, by the way, we got to get you to 3K subs, dude. You're on your way.
Oh yeah, I'm close.
Yeah, you're on your way.
I think the last time I checked, it was shoot, I can't remember.
2.93.
It was like 2009, 2,938. I think I was at. So like 60, 62 shy. That's what I can't wait to get this next video out either. The one that we sneak peeked. We had a sneak peek of, and that's not even the video I'm gonna put out. That's just some of it.
Like I was telling you, man, you never know what video is gonna pop. The other day, I did a video on the woods and homeless in the woods, and like literally, it was day 2. I had 28 people look at it. And I'm like, well, that was worthless. I looked at it today. It was like 710. I'm like,
yep.
What the hell? I thought it was just going to be like 30 people, and it was just not very interesting. But
well, no, the one that I'm just shy of 18,000.
Yeah,
I put that out in the first like 4 or 5 days. It only had 100 views, and I was like, wow, I thought this would have more than that for sure. Like I wasn't expecting 18,000 either, but I was like thought more than 100. And then I changed the title and the thumbnail, and it's just that the numbers haven't stopped going up since. So title and thumbnail makes a huge difference.
Yes, it does. Because if people don't like what they see, they don't touch it. They don't pick. They don't pick it. Pick it. They don't poke it. Are we up to 50 likes yet?
We are 46. At 46.
All right. I got to work in the morning. Damn it.
I got to work.
Well, it's already the morning.
I do too, man. I did all the jobs that, well, not all, because it makes it sound like a lot, but I did 1, 2, 3. I only did 3 jobs this week, but I haven't got paid for any of them yet. But I need to get paid.
You got to get in the habit of getting your materials up front, so people are invested in you.
Right. No, I know. Well, on the big jobs, like that big job that we were talking about earlier, like that, I screwed up because before we even start, and shout out to Nate, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to get the part. So Nate basically fronted the money but I should have had at least got half up front to cover that. But a lot of the other ones that I do, it's just, I mean, well, the only reason the guy always pays me every time, but something came up when I first started working, and he was the contractor, and he had to take off. And then afterwards, I was like, "Well, wait, you usually always pay me, but that's why that happened." And then most of the other ones, it's I already have all the stuff on my truck, and then I get there, do the work, and then
as long as you're not invested with your own capital. I never ever will do another job where they don't give me money up front, because I don't.
No, exactly, like that big one. Exactly. I screwed up big time for that, because
I make them
sign. I know the guy's still gonna pay, but still, it's got me stressed the hell out, because Nate has invested his company's money into all those parts and material that we have into it. So it's going to drive me crazy until I make sure Nate gets all that back, plus, his labor pay, his cut, whatever you want to call it.
I get those forms from like Office Depot. I mean, they're expensive. They're like $40 for like 75 proposal sheets, and right at the bottom it says, I guarantee that I will not back out of this. Is a binding agreement, and that if they don't pay, it can become a lien on their property. And then I always take all of the material up front.
Yeah, I got my fingers covering the top, but it's personalized. It's got the company name, my phone number.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I got. I ordered. It's personalized. Just but
That's cool.
That's what I use.
It looks good. I like cash better though, but
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other nice
I
part
know.
about it. And a lot of my customers do that. It's, no government involved.
Well, it's on littler jobs, they shouldn't be involved anyways. There should have a limit on like $1,000 or something or whatever.
They
It's
just passed some kind of law like that out here in Hawaii, where anything over, I can't remember. It was around 1,000. It was like 800 or 1,200 or 1,100, something like that. But maybe 800. But anyway, yeah, anything over that number or anything below that number doesn't matter. It's not.
That's why if it comes down to it, then you do the job in two parts. You just write up one proposal for one part of the job.
That's what I do.
I'm not saying to cheat either. I'm just saying tell the lady, hey, I'm going to do this in two sections.
Mm-hmm. Well, the nice part about this big one that I keep talking about is we gave the original price, and then he was like, ooh, I wasn't thinking, I was thinking more like this. And what he thought was about 1,000 less than what we quoted. And then he goes, what if I pay cash? I'm like, you're going to pay that cash? That's a lot of $100 bills. And he said, yeah. So I'm like, then we can do it for that if you're paying cash, because,
Cash is king, bro.
Yep. Kuwait has the strongest currency in the world. I didn't know that. Is that true?
Not that I know of, but I mean, it could be.
It's against the law for the government to allow you to be homeless. And has no... I did not know any of this. It's backed by U.S. dollar. As I remember it, our economy affects theirs. We're accruing the trillions spent on secret projects the government could do the how. Yeah.
It's been opening my eyes in the last couple of weeks? This cloud strike thing that's going on, or crowd strike.
What is it? I haven't looked at. I've heard about it, but I haven't looked into it. I don't even know anything about it. But what is it?
It was a update, and CrowdStrike's one of the biggest protecting. I don't know what they're called. Like they protect your PCs and stuff. They're more for like banks and high rollers, but they updated their systems, and there was something wrong with the update, and it grounded all the flights for like I don't know how many days. Some of the banks, a bunch of stuff, but then I guess it happened again yesterday morning in some capacity. So some people were stuck in an airport for like 3 days.
Oh man, dude, I would lose my mind. I hate flying to begin with, especially if I'm going to like Michigan because it's so, you got layover.
So I'm friends with an IT guy, and how he described it was that the CrowdStrike, they had it fixed within an hour. But the thing is that the IT guys, a lot of them had to go out to the site and fix it manually. And there's only so many IT guys. So it took a long time for it to be fixed. It wasn't just like they could send out a fix for some. Probably the bigger companies could do that, but the smaller guys had to have someone come out physically and do it. Like my work, they had to do it manually. So, and I was like, I'm thinking to myself, why is all that stuff connected anyways? Like every bank's connected, everything's connected in the cloud.
Yep. I like what Blue says. Airports make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in her.
Yeah.
What's up, Kurt Casper, my brother from another mother?
Kurt Casper's in the house.
But now there, that's kind of weird to think about, or creepy to think about. That yeah, it's all connected. And
Well, all it would take was a really bad one of those to go and then stuff going down to really affect the supply chain and all that stuff, and money from the banks and flights, and that would hurt a lot of businesses.
oh yeah, and Mamsie, yeah, there's one specific flight I had going from here to Michigan for vacation to go back and visit. This was like 9-10 years ago or something, and my layover was in Arizona, and I did not realize this. I don't know how. I guess I was too excited to go home and see my family at the time, and I didn't pay attention to what it said. But the layover was like, I think it was either 10 hours or 12 hours. The layover, because I think it's like a 10-hour, 11-hour flight from here to Michigan, but I had a 10, 11-hour layover. And when I landed in Arizona, it was like 9 p.m. So the airport was basically already closed down. None of the bars were open, nothing. It was just, so for like 10 hours, I was just, nobody around, nobody was there. Just like maybe a random person will walk by. And I found a spot to charge my phone, and I slept on one of those very uncomfortable chairs, or tried to, but it wasn't shit I could do. It was the worst, man. Hated it. I'll never forget that horrible flight.
It's like that movie with Tom Hanks where he's stuck in the terminal. I think it's called Terminal. He gets off his flight and he can't get on another one or something because he forgot his passport or some crap.
I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, Lisa, yeah, Ronnie was in here earlier, about a little over 2 hours ago when we first started. He was in chat. Says he's doing good. But no, yeah, Blue, that's a DMX reference. That's what I was up in her, up in him. What do you think about that? The Denver airport. You ever hear all the stories about that? About how the underneath, and it's been so long I can't remember, but like how the statues are like evil things, and the red eyes on the one statue, and there's like something underground there.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
It's been so long.
Satanic, weird stuff going on. I did see something about a flight. I think it was last week, where some guy was like, I think he had diarrhea or something on the plane, in the rear of the plane, in his pants or something, and all over the aisle. And it smelled so bad that everyone began to throw up.
I heard about that, yeah.
And they called it like a hazmat type situation, and the captain called and they had to land the plane over it.
Yep. Dude, they talk about.
They landed it in D.C., Washington, D.C., and I'm like, perfect place for it.
Dude, could you imagine like being that guy? Like you're ruined, dude. Like,
okay, Tyne Duff in the movie Terminal says his country went into conflict while he was in the air, so it made his passport illegitimate.
So
that's how he got stuck.
Kurt says he's seen the underground structure. They spent billions to build it.
Yeah, Kurt's seen a lot of stuff, man.
And I'm like scrolling through some of these. Wow, there's so many videos about it.
Can you imagine being on a plane though, and some guy craps his pants all over the floor?
And for it to smell that bad, like to where people are gagging and puking, and
I'd freak out, dude. I'd be like, get this plane on the ground. I'm jumping out the door.
Yeah, because flying sucks, man. You're in a tube surrounded by people, man. Like, yeah, it sucks.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those murals. Blue Unicorn brought that up just now. There's a bunch of weird murals that they painted in that airport that are like satanic looking. Like you're talking about the statue.
Plus that statue with the glowing eyes.
Well, oh God, what am I trying to say? The UN, outside the UN, have you ever seen that thing? It's like a dragon.
I don't think so.
They're clearly just sticking the stuff out in our face, you know, and telling us what it is and who they are.
Right. Yep.
I think they're laughing because they know no one's going to do anything about it.
Exactly. The truth is up there. About February 28th.
Officially opens at a sprawling 53 square miles. It's America's largest airport. But it's
53 miles. What?
53 square miles?
Wow.
What the hell? I never knew that. Oh, dude, 53 square. That's a lot of freaking square miles.
That's bigger than a lot of cities.
Man. Now Nacho's got me saying, what the frig?
Right?
Dude, that's friggin' huge. 50. Wow. I never knew that. That blows my mind.
Conspiracy theories around the airport. And by 2010, ex-wrestler and former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura stokes the fire with an episode of his aptly titled true TV show Conspiracy Theory. Suddenly, the conspiracies in the Mile High City are more prominent than Peyton Manning's forehead. Let's dig into some of the fact.
That is pretty funny. I don't know this channel. I don't want to get copyright, so we gotta comment on it. You can only let like 20 seconds play at a time.
Theory 1. One of the most visible pieces of quote-unquote evidence of something nefarious at DIA is the runway itself. From a bird's eye view, believers can...
Like 53 square miles.
Look at that.
I wonder what the average airport is.
It's a swastika, bro. It looks like Hydra.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. They show the... I'm just looking at the land to see I wonder what the average airport is. Like how many square miles is an average?
I don't know, but I don't think like Detroit Metro Airport, I don't think it's more than maybe 10.
Right. That's
possibly even 5. I don't know.
Shit, the one out here is probably no more than 2. Literally. Because it's just even the terminal is so small. And then there's only like 2 runways, I think. And on the Big Island, that airport on the Hilo side is like probably less. It's probably 1 square mile. It's crazy.
I'm assuming that
with little Buddy Holly planes and shit.
I'm assuming that's got to be the biggest airport ever made.
Yeah. Stapleton was the airport in the movie The Shining. Stapleton Airport is a different story. It's used for a mile-high flea market on top and satanic abuse rituals underneath. Really? Man, now Blue Unicorn gonna have me going down
the
these
pattern
rabbit
is a
holes.
swastika, giving aliens who are also Nazis a clear sign that something wicked lies beneath. The truth,
Damn Nazi
it's for
aliens.
weather-related purposes. Airport engineers contend the fan-shaped design enables planes to take off and land against wind from any direction. Theory 2.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Hail Lucifer.
2. Visitors arriving by car might miss the swastika runway, but they'll definitely catch the 9,000-pound, 38-foot-tall statue of a
why is it
blue
got glowing
bucking
red eyes?
stallion with
Why
glowing
can't you
red
see a
eyes,
red like
symbolizing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The
Exactly.
truth. While the statue is admittedly a little eerie, Luis Jimenez, the artist behind Blue Mustang, said the glowing red eyes pay homage to his father, who worked with neon signs, and it...
Oh, really? Is that the truth? Truth says you, like they say out here in Hawaii. Well, it says you.
Everyone's
Shoot.
truth is different.
Yep. Bunkers for the rich and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I mean. I want to see what's underneath that mug. The underground complex.
That's a great thing.
What's that?
I was just gonna say. He said, "Look, there's only one eye. The all-seeing eye."
I was reading this previous one. Blue says, underground complex was the result of all the graft. They were sucking up money and took forever to build it. So the rumors of some female headquarters arose.
That's what I was thinking, Blue, except I was thinking more like kids. I don't want to say what I want to say, but
right. No, don't. Well, we know.
Fly them right in. Fly them right in the middle of the night, right underground.
There you go, dude. LAX is only 5.4 square miles, so shit, 50. I still can't get over 53
wasn't
miles.
a tribute to Satan. But
Crazy.
tragically, while he was finishing the statue, a piece broke off, severed an artery in his leg, and Jimenez died as a result.
Wow.
Huh. Strange.
Wow.
It had nothing to do with evil or nothing. It was just to pay homage to his dad because he did neon signs. But then he severs his leg and hits the artery and dies.
Yeah, that's a quinky dink.
Yeah, sure. The truth is he was paying homage to his father who made neon signs. Okay. Hey, if they say it on the internet, it must be true.
His father below.
Right. That's so
Gothic
funny.
gargoyles loom over the baggage claim, and even more unsettling, murals with names like
That's
Children
what
of the
I'm talking
World
about right
Dream
there.
of Peace.
Yeah, like I
Look
remember
at
this
the
mural.
swords. See them?
The
Wrapped
what?
in look at all the swords wrapped in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
American flag.
Yep. I never noticed that they were wrapped in the American flag. Wow.
Then you got Israel with the swords. That's what, Iranian and Palestinian flag there? I can't tell.
Hey, yeah, what
Pick Nazi-esque.
what the flick?
Yeah,
what the
see?
frig?
Look
at
at
there's
that.
a rainbow. There's a rainbow, and then he's holding and a sword. And
There's
it looks
the
like he's
dove.
about to jab that dove right in the behind.
Which
and
we
then
know.
you got these people crying and suffering. Dude, what the hell?
You know who the dove represents?
Who?
God.
Okay, that would make sense. Yeah.
There's a little baby
then,
in the back.
These, where'd my mouse go? There we go. Like right here. See, I even made my pointer bigger, but it doesn't really show on the StreamYard side. But anyway, you got a little baby, and it's almost like they're underground.
Why is nobody looking at that going, what in the hell is this? I'm going to call the airport and ask them what this is, because that is just bizarre.
Who in their right mind looks at it and goes, oh, this is some great artwork? Like
some whacked out people.
Oh, Shelly says, Phil and a lady friend claim to have snuck into the underground. He may or may not unalived himself.
Soldiers in gas masks with machine guns and swords, eerily smiling children, burning forests, and even a recreation of a child's letters sent from Auschwitz. All of this, allegedly, is meant to contain clandestine messages alluding to the Illuminati. The truth, the artwork is actually anti-war and pro-environment. The mural's artist, Leo Tanguma, contends these paintings tell a narrative of a world free from war and environmental ruin. Theory 4. There's a dedication plaque at one of the airport's entrances containing a...
Yeah, anytime, we're only on number 4, so we only seen 3, but anytime she goes, the truth, I'm just like, bullshit.
I'm with you, Manzi. I got you. They kicked Jesse Ventura out, Blue Unicorn says. Tried to make an episode there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like Jesse Ventura, man. That was a good show he had. He was exposing some shit.
Hey, all you auditors out there, there you go. There's your big video. Go out there and start filming that airport. Film the guards. Film all those people.
It is open to the public.
See what happens.
A vault to be opened in 2094, bearing the distinct symbol of the Freemasons and alluding to the New World Airport Commission, which ostensibly doesn't exist. Believers point to this as proof that the Freemasons, which is essentially a frat for old people but long rumored to be a secret world-controlling organization, use the airport to help their global conquest. The truth. It's just a dumb time capsule, okay? In reality, the time capsule has baseballs from Coors Field, a pair of the mayor's sneakers, and other assorted, incredibly innocuous Colorado-themed items.
Is that a bong? There was a bong in there.
Was there?
There's a green bong. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Oh, wait a minute.
She didn't mention the bong, though, but it's there.
Right.
There it is.
There. She didn't mention no paraphernalia.
With the South Park hat next to a bong. That has to mean something. Look at the fish. It's almost smoking it.
That's funny. It does. It looks like the fish is like, give me a hit.
Hidden meanings and everything.
That's funny. The truth. Bullshit. Because you could do that with anything. But like people think this, but the truth. And just come up with some like, because everyone's brain automatically tries to justify everything, right? Like if something weird happens or crazy happens, your brain tries to justify it like, oh, okay. But same thing. You could just say something that sounds like it's justifiable. Like, oh, is that all it is? Okay. And people will believe it.
Steve, it's like Eloise.
These are people in
like Eloise?
It's like Eloise, like it was a hospital for the mentally insane, criminally mentally insane. And then underneath it were, I think it was like 10 miles of tunnels connecting all the other hospitals. And they would take the mental patients all the way underground down these long, mile-long tunnels, man. And they could make you disappear down there. They could do anything they wanted to you down there.
I never had the balls to actually go in because I've heard too many stories.
I don't think that. I think that was your brain telling you this is not a good idea. I didn't go down there either.
Right. Yeah, it's yeah. Plus, my brain, I can spook myself out really quick.
Well, Alice Cooper bought that building. I don't know if you knew that.
No, he bought the building?
Yeah, Alice Cooper bought the building and then like renovated some of the bottom floors and made it into like a haunted house. And they got like cotton candy trucks and taco trucks out there, especially near Halloween time. And then there's a women's shelter not too far from there. And then they shot part of Batman versus Superman at Eloise in the basement. With that big fight scene, that was in the basement of Eloise.
Oh, no kidding. I know there's like a ghost hunter paranormal activity type channel. I don't remember the name because I'm not subscribed, but I was just scrolling through like a month or two ago, and they actually did the whole video was on Eloise and actually went in there and stuff.
I'm gonna probably bolt after this video and maybe a few minutes.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. We're at 3 hours. We went an hour over anyway. So yeah, it's time to go. All right, this is almost over.
First-hand accounts by construction workers claim the airport has miles of secret underground tunnels, which potentially connect to nearby military bases, house a new Area 51 hiding evidence of alien life, provide a bomb shelter for the super rich and elite, or is a front for a secret nuclear launch site.
I'd rather die than live down there.
Go ahead, lady. I'm going to laugh my ass off whatever she says when she goes, the truth. Shut up. Because, yeah, I don't know. I believe that, what they just said.
Yeah.
The truth.
Oh,
The
shut
tunnels
up.
were for luggage. The tunnels were simply designed to
Oh my
quickly move
God.
luggage.
Miles of
50
tunnels for luggage.
53 square miles of tunnels for luggage. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of
Through
here.
the airport. But some frisky employees have taken to drawing graffiti of fake symbols and aliens on the walls, or
Oh, is that
even
what
dressed
happened?
like lizard people during public tours
Okay.
to play into the theories.
Yeah, now we're
And
going to cover
speaking
it
of
all
that,
up.
by the late 2010s, the Denver airport itself was in on the joke with tongue-in-cheek ads that blamed renovations on the many conspiracy theories we laid out above.
That's
And
all
the
they have to do
temporary
is make it a joke
installation of
now.
a smart-ass animatronic gargoyle that chatted with tourists. So
Yeah. See, this is garbage because here you go. Perfect example. Remember, I don't know when it was, decades ago. And someone, I think it might have been the 80s, but maybe the 90s, but this lady, or a couple or something was aliens and she's seen alien da da da, and then the government would come out and do their when they whatever press conference, and then he came out dressed like an alien because he's like making her look like a crazy person, like, yeah, aliens aren't real, lady, like, da da da, making fun of her, and that's how the word conspiracy. But then fast forward a couple decades, and then the government's like, oh yeah, UFOs are real, aliens are real. It's like, oh, well, what about how you made that lady look like she was a nut job because she said she saw one, you know? So same thing. They just like, oh, we'll just make a joke out of it, and we'll make them look like they're crazy for thinking this stuff. And truth.
I've
There's
always
the truth.
said that. I've always said you can say anything to anybody as long as you laugh at the end of it.
Yeah, it's true.
You could say, oh, you have such a big nose. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like,
Yep.
they'll just agree, and then they'll walk away like, wait, what? It's true.
Yeah, you could literally say it. I gotta censor myself though, because I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. But yeah, like I'm gonna go tomorrow before work. I'm just gonna go and look at the work vans at the dealership up the road, and I think I'm just gonna steal one and use that for work for the day.
Right. That's what Camilla Harris does.
Yeah, laugh after everything.
She's
And
like, I'm going to take mushrooms and I'm going to unalive all you people because it's bad for the planet and the climate to have too many population. And everyone's like, yay, and they're clapping, and they're like, wait, did she just say we're going to reduce the population?
right.
She did, because I played it the last 2 times we were on the video
Yeah, I
of her
remember.
saying that.
Did she slip in something about reducing the population? I don't know. She was laughing, so it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, she's not really serious.
Airports make me lose my mind. Up in her, up in here.
Was that the end of it?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh.
there was a couple more minutes, but it wasn't.
I got
There
you.
wasn't any more. There
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
any more conspiracies. I just let it roll down the left pant leg and keep it moving towards its waist.
Roll it down. Yeah, exactly, Mamsie. Exactly. It's somewhere down one of them long hallways underground.
It's at the 52-mile mark.
Right. They said, I hate that guy, Mamsie. Let's put his luggage on the 53-mile mark.
But I want to get back to real quick the ones I started from the beginning because I think they were good advice as far as, well, if you weren't here from the beginning, you have to go back and listen because of what Dave's week has been like, or actually the last couple of months. But if they fire you, I got to put this one first. Grievance will wake them up and draw your line in the sand. They then will know you're not messing around. And if they fire you, that adds to the lawsuit. And then your brother James says, Dave, we will work something out. Be calm and patient. Steve-O says, document all of it. Document. Cover your ass. Needs to be in writing. Have them run a toxicology test on you. Tell them you want to file a grievance and keep copies in good record. Keep your wits about you up. You know what your sounds like. You know what you're doing. Think it out before rushing into screwing things up. Document it all, date and time of meeting when you notified them. And then finally, Van Ley said, personally, I think a lawyer would fight the case for a percentage of the lawsuit. You need to start with a grievance, though.
Yep.
I'm just repeating those so it all kind of sticks in your head. And because I agree with every one of those.
Hey, I'm a firm believer. If something happened to me, that it was all part of God's plan, anyways. Because people are evil. We all know that. And nobody gets off the earth alive. I'm not saying I'm gonna croak, but I'm just saying this guy clearly tried to hurt me, and maybe God showed me in time. That's all I can say. It's like put 2 and 2 together, but it took a long time to figure out what was going on. I just happened to pick up the bottle one day and just was like, what's in this stuff?
I know, and we were talking about it earlier, and then I thought how you were for like weeks. You kept saying you were still sick, and then it clicked, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's freaking scary, dude."
Yeah.
I'm going to block exonerating evidence of a guy about to be executed. Ha ha ha.
Right. Well, I think
yeah, we are over the 3-hour mark, so we went an hour over today, but it was worth it because it was a damn good show, and we're at 52 likes. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't ever leave open food. Never leave anything in that room, period, unless it's locked in a locker and it's still sealed inside my locker. I'm paranoid, so Steve will attest to that. I don't do nothing without thinking it through.
Dave's been paranoid since I've known him, and we met when we were like 9 or 10 years old.
Well, when you come from Detroit, it's a good thing to be as paranoid.
True.
Because
it's not good to be too trusting.
No, you gotta trust, but with it's like having your space in between people. I'm a firm believer that nobody should get in your personal space within like 2-3 feet of you. People start walking up on me like that, I just turn around in the grocery line and just look at them like,
dude, isn't that awkward?
I'm
That's just the weirdest shit. I don't get that.
I'm like, I'm not feeling comfortable, guy. You're too. Why? There's no reason for you to get up on me in the line or outside if someone's going to ask me for money. Before they even get near me, I'm like, listen, man, I'm strapped. I got kids. If you want a can of soup or something, I'll leave it on the curb over there in a bag. But you just can't come up on me like that.
Right, dude. I have it when customers, I'll like go to their house, knock on their door, they let me in, and then they're just like, hey, I'm so glad you came. And I'm like, dude, whoa, hold on, man. Like I can feel your fucking breath on my cheek. Like all I got to do is stick my lips out and I'll be able to kiss you. Like who does that? Who stands that close to somebody?
It's weird. It's weird that person's willing to do that because they should also have that I don't want to get too close to you thing. It's different if it's family and whatever, but when you're out in the world, people shouldn't be riding up on you like that.
Especially if you don't know them.
Right.
Hey, Lele J, aloha.
Lele.
Well, all right, man. So you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts are, man, you never know what's going to happen day to day. Like I always say, stay close to God, stay prayed up. The world's messed up. You see what's going on in the Olympics. You see what's going on in the airports. You see all this satanic stuff going on. So if there's a group of people doing all that, there's another side to it. There's a good side, and I would say to seek that, find that, hold on to it, because there's nothing good in this world, man. I've tried everything, and I never found any peace other than God in my life. I tried alcohol, drugs, sex, everything you can imagine to the fullest extent you could go, and it never satisfied me.
He's not lying.
That's my final thought.
And you're not lying when you said to the fullest extent you've tried. I was there. I watched Dave go through some very hard times. But right on. And I just want to say to everyone that showed up tonight, everyone that's still here in chat, you guys are the best, because without you, there would be no show. Love all of you and appreciate all of you. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps. But with that being said, I'm going to say what I always say because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. At the end of the day, we all have more in common than we don't have in common. So don't focus on the little things you don't have in common. Focus on the things you do have in common. Be kind to each other. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And just be nice for the hell of it. It actually feels good just to be nice for the hell of it. For no reason whatsoever. It feels good. You should try it. So with that being said, have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless. Oh my God, dude.
I'm done. Oh, I'm sorry. I just died. I can't breathe. Steve, I swear to you, I haven't laughed that hard in like 10 years.
How's everybody doing now?
Oh,
Armageddon.
no.
Armageddon. It's gonna be rough.
You were born in America, you're an American.
That's that. I guess right after high school, ended up joining the Army.
You guys seem way more chill than that intro. I'm ready to take your fucking country back. I don't even live there.
Dude, we should get a boxing match going.
Smack the shit out.
That sounded wrong. I had to highlight that one. Oh, my Lord.
Stay the hell out of the left lane if you're not passing.
You're so salty about this driver.
Finally, a law that I can get behind. If you're driving slow in the left lane, it's punishable by death.
You don't have to have a massive channel to make an impact, you know?
Steve, you smoke like a girl.
They're always there watching.
I do not sound like Jalen.
Do I drop the wheelchair jokes? He's like, just fuck him.
You know, that's what the whole freedom of speech is.
That's a good point.
Everybody gets a lick.
You don't have to agree with it, but you best defend the right to do it.
If you don't know your rights, you don't have any.
We just got a bidet.
The Constitution doesn't give you rights, you have natural rights.
Bidet will change your life.
But the Constitution protects your rights.
You'll never go back.
Little horny bastard, he ruined it for everybody.
I bet he wanted to knock him out.
It's never because of their race, identity, religion, or
Teach these government nerds that all swear an oath to it what our freedoms are, because they're so lazy they don't care.
I had a fun night. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
You know, don't live on the past or take the present for granted and only think about the future.
People are wearing blinders. They don't understand what...
I'm not going to apologize for that.
You were calling him an idiot.
I'm really disappointed in you.
It was something that you just didn't agree on.
I had all my money on you tonight.
I'm guilty of inciting my constitutional right.
You know, if they don't like it, then they don't have to be there. Love y'all. See y'all on the next one.
You know, you're never going to please everyone.
I don't think that God sees different races at all.
Much love to y'all. Stay prayed up, man. God is good. Love each other and be kind.
Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
Come again.
Out of here.